What is up, everybody? It's the Inhuman one here with part 15 of the Elden Ring playthrough. And I wanted to go ahead and let you know kind of what we're going to be doing for today, what the goal of the stream is for this session. First and foremost, I want to check on a few individuals that we've progressed their quest lines, specifically D, who I gave the Weathered Knife, Hayeta, who's just right over here, who I've given the Shibiri Grapes. I also wanted to see if we can revisit the CARIAN Study Hall. I'd like to equip a Great Rune, which I realized was a thing we could do that I hadn't been doing or taking advantage of the entire time. And then there's a few items that I've gotten on my other playthrough that I would like to check and see that I have or have not obtained yet in this one. One being an easy to miss golden seed in the Weeping Peninsula, the Crimson Hood unique item that you can get from Roderica's questline, and then we need to talk about, figure out what we're going to do with Tops and see if we're going to give him the second Academy key. Other than that, I would like to visit Ranni's castle and go to Mistwood Ruins to find a werewolf. So we have a hell of a lot of things to do today. So without further ado, look at that look at those graphics first of all. Whew. PS5, baby. And let's get started. Alright, God looks beautiful. Okay. Hayeta, don't get wet.
Hello. Is that you over there? Have you ever heard of fingerprint grapes? They're special grapes which only grow on those who've been clasped by the burnt fingers. I would truly love to try one. The distant light seems far closer than before, but I can't sense a thing from the usual grapes anymore. Please, could you donate a fingerprint grape to me? Without one, I don't know. I feel like I might go mad.
I've got just the thing for you. Let's give her a fingerprint grape.
Fingerprint grape. Tried and true. What a wondrous thing. A fingerprint grape. Oh, how sweet. Yet, how it burns. Thank you. I've composed myself again. May the blessing of the fingers be upon you. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart. I'm sure I'll be a finger maiden. Thank you. I'm sure I'll...
Excellent. Okay, so we've helped progress Hayeta's quest. That's exactly what we want to do. Another thing we can do that's really easy is equip a rune, a great rune. You know, the funny thing is, as I was ending the previous stream, I noticed a different option I had not yet seen before, and it was right here under Great Runes. And I opened it, and it gave me some, little tutorial like, hey, here's where you can equip Great Runes. So I guess all I would need to do is actually equip this one that we had activated this entire time, and unfortunately we haven't even gotten the benefits or received any of the benefits of this Godric's Great Rune, even though we had indeed, I guess, activated it again. So we're going to use this, and that should raise all of our attributes. I don't know by how much, but we can find out. So let's see. See, again, I don't see that it raised any of our attributes. That's so strange to me. Maybe it did. Maybe it did. It could have increased. No, it didn't, because Arcane was at 9. I know that for a fact. I don't know. I feel like it's lies. All lies, I say. There you see there the status effect. So if you go to help, let's see, explanation. I can't go over to my rune, but that's the rune we have activated. I don't see the benefits though. I literally don't see that it's bumped us up any levels or anything like that. That is really strange. Let me go back to the side of grace and see if there's a special way to activate. I mean, I think by equipping it, that should be sufficient. A great rune of the Shardbearer Godric, its blessing raises all attributes. This great rune is known as the Anchor Ring, found in the center of the Elden Ring. Okay, so we know what our stats are, so let's just try something else then to further, test my theories here. If I use... Okay, grants the blessing of an equipped great rune upon use. Break it. Okay, nice. Now we should be bumped up a bit. Let's check our status. Wow, that gives us a bunch of stats. So that's 40 vigor right now, 17 mind, 21. It's like 5 levels. It gives you 5 levels across the board. My gosh. My gosh. That's really good. Okay. So we're definitely going to want to purchase the rest of those runes. I guess those rune arcs for sure. So that's how you do it, guys. Once you have actually activated one, you can go to your Great Runes menu. From the Great Runes, you can equip it, and then it won't actually do anything unless you utilize an item called a rune arc. You can get these pretty rare drops from rats, and you can also purchase them. So that is interesting. So now it gives us +5 attributes all across the board. Okay, we've done that, so check that off the list. Equip a rune, check. We do need to check on a few other things. Before we go to the round table hold, I would like to go ahead and come back down here. Let's see, Hayata was over here. So I'm going to mark it with a waypoint, of course, or a marker. Okay, we'll come down here instead. And then what we can do is head down to the Weeping Peninsula. We'll just start from here, the Bridge of Sacrifice area, because this is an area that it's really easy to just, I guess, I don't know, rush right through, rush right past, and I definitely think I did the same. So, unfortunately, Irina is dead here. Edgar went mad, and we defeated him as well, receiving a grape in the process. Let's go ahead and run past these enemies here. There's really no need to engage them. We've defeated them many times before. We can run up here, and there's some misbegottens down there. I like those enemies, little chicken dudes. They're fun to fight, but they are terrible if you're not prepared. On my other file, I was getting destroyed by them just because I didn't. I mean, again, this build, the prisoner, is just fantastic, but for whatever oh, I was having a tough time with him. Alright, it's time to kill this guy. I forgot all about this guy actually, but let's go ahead and knock him out as well. What is up? Good morning to you too. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and dual wield. Do this. Ouch. Lovely. Yes. Thank you. Gonna go ahead and use the Wondrous Physic. Get really aggressive here. Kill the horse. Kill the rider. No, I'm kidding. I will in a second, though. He's dead. Nice. These Knight Riders are not that bad anymore. Very cool. Ooh, we got a Ash of War, the Barricade Shield, and Knight Rider Flail. Let's go ahead and check that out. So we have the Ash of War, Barricade Shield. This Barricade Shield is a skill made famous by Sir Neidhart. Focus your energy into the shield, temporarily hardening it to deflect greater blows. Usable on all shields. And then we also obtained a melee armament, which was some sort of flail. The Knight Rider Flail. A flail with 2 additional bludgeoning heads, a weapon of the Knights Cavalry who ride funeral steeds. The large spikes make it highly effective at inducing blood loss, but also demand higher dexterity to wield. The skill is Spinning Chain. We've seen that before. It does 50 bleed buildup, and it does about, let's see, 112, 130, let's say 140-ish, 150-ish damage. So not bad just out of the box, but it does weigh about 6 pounds. If you look at our items that we have already, we're doing a little bit more damage, just 200 or so, and we have 60 buildup, and we can attack a lot faster. And then this one, of course, is doing, probably 260, 270 damage, so yikes. But anyways, still a good thing to have. Still not a bad weapon at all. Okay. Interesting. Alright. Now let's see if we can talk to this dude. We do have the bubble that negates our damage. We didn't get hit after we used it, but that's fine. I am okay with that. Let's see. I went ahead and purchased the Crimson Medallion. I already had one, but I just hate seeing it there. You're going to have to get all of your stuff eventually, bros. Okay, so the thing that I actually came here for wasn't the Knight Rider at all. It was actually to see if I had grabbed this golden seed off to the right here. I don't know if the golem's going to return. Let's see. I'm not getting shot at, so that's a good sign. I still don't see a golem there, so that's great. Up and to the right, right here. Let's see if we actually grabbed this. I know that I was up here because I thought I had dodged some shots, but I didn't even grab it. Look at that. So that's a free golden seed right there that we just grabbed. I'll go ahead and mark that off my list too. Now, we can head over to an area that is pretty familiar to us. And we're going to be jumping over to, let's see what it's called here. The Mistwood Ruins, that's right. If I can find them. Where are they? Here they are, Mistwood Ruins. What the heck was that? Hey, that sounded scary. Okay, I guess it's nothing. So we're going to come up here to, I guess, Fort Height West. And then we can come up the pathway. We're looking for a werewolf here. Apparently there's going to be a werewolf around here. And this is something that I marked. I didn't ever hear it or anything like that last time, but I thought I saw something in my playback, but I couldn't tell because it was really hard to actually make out because I was moving around and turning my camera so much like a crazy person. So I was like, okay, that didn't work. So instead what we're going to do is we're going to try and see if we can possibly find this werewolf for ourselves. Not sure why I see 2 waypoints though. There, that way I only have 1 waypoint. I hate having multiple waypoints to keep track of. We're going to sprint past these enemies. Hopefully they didn't notice us. We'll grab the herba, because those are actually relatively rare and useful in a lot of concoctions that we can craft. This is an owl. Should give us something good. Hopefully a slumbering egg. Lovely. Alright, now we'll head back over here. So you hear the werewolf, right? Or you hear a wolf. There he is, see? Look at that. Let's see if I can get a better angle on him. Maybe from over here. Do some platforming here to get a really solid angle. Maybe not. Maybe not do some platforming. Hey, friend. I can't look up that high. Seriously. Jump, prisoner, jump! What is up, baby? I see you with the Bobby Ross and the Shanalot hearts. Hope you're having a great day today. Look at that. That is the werewolf that we were talking about. That's freaking awesome. So he can be found in the Mistwood Ruins area. So now, allegedly, if we go to the Church of Ella, we can talk to Kale, and Kale will tell us, or teach us something, or talk to us about the werewolf.
Ah, it's you again. Always a pleasure. Care to purchase anything?
About the howling in Mistwood.
The howl of a wolf. In the Mistwood. I suppose he must still be skulking about. I know. Why not meet him for yourself? Next time you hear the wolf's howl, make this signal right under the source. Don't fret. There is nothing to fear. I just have an inkling the 2 of you might hit it off.
Finger snap. Okay. Fair enough. Did he expand his little cookbooks or something? Like, I feel like I should have had all these things before, but maybe not. Alright, very nice.
Goodbye.
So I need to figure out how to switch those out then. Let's see. Finger snap, wave, jump for joy, point forwards, rallying cry, and rest. How do I just use them? Which one's finger snap? That's finger snap right there. Okay. So now let's return to the Mistwood ruins. Go back to Fort Height West, and he told us to snap underneath at the point, or underneath the source. So if we go find him, hopefully he's there at all hours, I don't know. We shall see. Now if we die, the attribute bonus that we have for all of our, that we're receiving from Godric's rune will go away, so just understand that. You do have to use another great rune in the, another rune arc in the event you die. Alright, let's see if I can actually emo. I don't think I've ever done it before. Not on purpose, anyways. Okay, that was scary.
Who goes there? Carly sent you, did he? Ever the bloody busybody. Maybe to him you don't seem so strange. The name's Blythe. I'm looking for a man who goes by Darrowell. He fled somewhere nearby. Or so I've heard. Come tell me if you find him before I do. I can offer you ample reward. Darrowell is nothing but a traitor, and in need of a fitting end to his tale. Darrowell is nothing in need of...
Darrowell, I don't know who that is. But it kind of sounds familiar. I think it was one of these Evergold dudes that I had fought previously. Let's try this one. I remember there being a Bloodhound. It was like Bloodhound or something like that. He is not very talkative, but he is massive. So we definitely found the werewolf, and now we know how to call him. That's awesome. Alright, let's go down and see if this Evergold is the one that I am referring to. I imagine we will have to jump up on this little plateau over here. Whee! Alright. Did I not grab that? Okay. Golden Rune 1. Golden Rune 3. Another Golden Rune 1. Golden Rune 1. A big white wolf. Ow. Lovely. Seriously? Things floating around everywhere. Those bats are just annoying only because they're difficult to reach, that's all. They're not actually difficult enemies to fight at all. Alright, so now that we've got these items here, let's see if we've actually made it to this Evergold. I made it a point, or at least I thought to make it a point to visit them all. This looks somewhat familiar, but I could be wrong. There's another waypoint I could have used there. Well, that side of Grace would have been a little bit better to warp to, but I just don't quite remember. Oops. Accidentally crushed that dude. Yeah, I've definitely been here because I remember all the purple worms. Then I had to use the geyser to get up here. So, yep. And then I didn't see the Statue of America the first time around. So I don't know. I have been here. Forlorn Hound. So maybe that's not the one, huh? I'm not entirely sure. We've already defeated him. We wouldn't have been able to interact with it if not, so. We could check out some of the other, these other areas here. The Weeping Evergold, Forlorn Hound, let's see. This one was Storm Hill. Interesting. Malefactor's Evergoal. Could be that one. The Malefactor. There's the first one we saw, so it might be one of these. Cuckoo's Evergoal. Oh, no. It'd still be in this beginning area, though, so it would have to be in Limgrave then. So, yeah, it'd only be those two that I remember. And this is the Weeping Evergoal. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll have to look into that, see how to progress Blade's quest. Blade the Werewolf. Darewell. I'm going to write that down so I remember who that is. Okay, so next, we can go ahead and head to the Stormvale Castle area. I don't exactly remember where the best site of grace is to appear in this area, but that's fine. We're going to go to the Rampart Tower, one that I'm most familiar with, and then hopefully we can take the lift and just try and find, you know, where this item may be. In my previous playthrough, what I did is, oh, not my previous, sorry, my alternate playthrough, what I did was I actually did not get the Chrysalid's memento. I forgot to get it. And because of that, I was like, oh no, I'm not going to be able to progress Roderica's questline. But I learned that she will still appear at the Round Table Hold even if you don't get the Chrysalid's memento. Which is really interesting if you think about it. Because you don't actually need to do anything to progress her questline aside from just clearing out the Stormvale Castle. Same goes for Sorcerer Roger. I did not speak to him either because I took a shortcut. So what I did was when I came here, I realized that I was like, oh, I hadn't ever gotten her memento. Let me go talk to her. Because she was already at that time spirit tuning for me. And lo and behold, we got the Crimson Hood. So even if you don't progress her questline, the Crimson Hood will be here at this location. I found it in my other file. So we're going to go to inventory, and I want to show you guys what it is. It's pretty cool, actually. It's really, really bright. Really bright. So this is it's like a shawl or something, a hood, I guess would be the best way to put it. It's called the Crimson Hood. A hooded cloak of vivid crimson, worn by expatriated royalty, increases vigor. Such cloaks were gifted to those who departed on journeys without specific orders to faraway lands from which they would never return. In other words, the gift of a cloak made it easier for the undesirables to be on their way. Roderica never once saw the guidance of grace. And this does increase your vigor, so if you equip it, it'll give you a little bit of a boost. I'll show you what it looks like, I guess, if you want. But that's what it looks like right there. Just increases your vigor. But we're going with our Iron Mask. Alright, so perfect. That's the Crimson Hood. I'm so glad that we were able to find that. So that actually works there. Now we need to go talk with Tops at the Academy. Well, he's not at the Academy, but more so at the Lucaria Church of Erith right here. We'll go to the lake-facing cliffs, and then we're going to teleport over to... we're going to teleport to the lake-facing cliffs and walk over to the Church of Erith. If he's still there, we're going to give him the second Glintstone Academy key that we located on the chandeliers in the actual academy itself. Because we can't actually give him the one we would have used. It's tied to us now. So this one has not been used, so we should be able to give it to him. And hopefully, we can go visit that area again and see what it does. Hello.
Why, of course.
Let's see, are there any sorceries I need to learn? I already have that one, and I have that one, like, many times. Okay, so we'll go ahead and give him the Academy Glintstone key.
Are you certain you're willing to give your Glintstone key to me? My, oh my. Thank you. Thank you dearly. Now I can go back to the Academy to resume my study of Glintstone sorceries. And the very stars. Thank you dearly. With your blessing, I will depart for the Academy of Freya Lucaria. Or perhaps one day you'll pay me a visit. Who knows? I may be a decorated sorcerer by then.
Let's see if he has anything else to say.
Thank you dearly. With your blessing, I will depart for the Academy of Freya Lucaria. Perhaps one day you'll pay me a visit? Who knows? I may...
Okay, so I'm glad he's back. Let's go ahead and we'll progress his quest line. Now, we did get it is a gesture, an emote called erudition. Now, the interesting thing about that is, remember, there have been several churches that say something about erudition, and I forgot to look up what that word means. I have no clue what it means, but erudition is a word I've seen multiple times, and I would really like to consider using it to see exactly what it does, because I feel like it's going to give us like the means to access some secrets in those churches or something like that. So I'm really going to check it out. Let's see. Is there any other... I'm trying to see now if there's any others. So gestures here are pretty important, as a matter of fact, as we've learned. Erudition, rest, rallying cry. Nah. That's the fist pump he always loves to do. I do that one all the time on accident. No. I can't even roll out of it. Okay, there you go. So I'm gonna die doing that. Alright, so now let's go ahead and return to, let's see, the academy itself, Raya Lucaria Academy. And while we're going that way, there are a few things we need to go ahead and check. Is Raya still there? Because I always get it confused, right? Raya is the name of the NPC. The Raya Lucaria Academy is something different altogether. So let's go ahead and check on Raya, see if she's still there. If she's not, she's apparently in the volcano area, and she has provided us with an invitation. So, but let's go and check and see if she's still there. If not, that's fine. I can go ahead and remove that marker. No need to sully up the map with markers that aren't even accurate. And she's gone. Okay. We'll go ahead and go to our map. We can remove... Well, hold on. This marker right here. We got our boy here at the Blackguard. He's really cool. I like that character a lot. Alright, so I think we're pretty good. Now I am going to mark this because I know that there's something here we were unable to obtain, so I am going to mark it there. That's a way gate. Okay, very good. Those are the walking towers or walking mausoleums. Converted Fringe Tower. Is this one of those strange towers I was talking about? Let's check that out on the way back. So then we'll head over here to the somewhere in the academy to see if there's anything else we can grab. Let's see. Black Knife Catacombs. I need to be maybe here, the Frenzied Flame Village outskirts. Frenzied Flame Village. Frenzied Flaming Tower. The Church of Inhibition. We're going to go ahead and hopefully go over to the other side here. Good morning. Let's do this indeed. And we got a long stream ahead today. We got a lot to do. Let's go to the Converted Fringe Tower. So let's see. It's probably up and around. Oh, that's it right there? Damn. Well, that was easy. Let me talk to this dude. If you cannot examine them, that means you've already explored the catacombs that they're pointing to. So that means we're done. So I think this was one of the areas where it said something about erudition. And I said, oh, I gotta look that up. Well, I never looked up what that word means. But I will do that this stream and figure out exactly what it is. Alright, convert. Okay. May erudition light the way. So, if I do that little emote. Did that work? Did it do anything? Do I have to erudite over here? It's like mind blown memes. That's what it looks like to me. Mind blown. No? You must. I am solving the puzzle. Okay, so what about? Do I do it here? I wasn't facing her, so maybe that's what I did wrong. Do I have to hold it? I don't know. That is very interesting, but I thought that would be it. Try one more time. If not, there must be a place I can do that emote. Do I just have to hold it? I mean, I have no clue. Ow. Doesn't seem to be removing the barrier. Or the spell or anything. No. Okay, well I think we're close. We're getting close to the secret. I don't know what it is though. But at least we found it. That is very interesting. Okay. Either way, I think we're closer to the mystery or solving it. So and we have erudition. I'm going to put a star by that. We don't know where Darrowell is, and we need to go back to the academy. So let's go ahead and remove this waypoint right here. And then we're going to go to, I guess, just the center. I don't know where Tops would be. He might, I don't know. Let's just visit one single area, and then we can search around, see if we can locate Tops. He was happy to be back home, so. Let's see. Let's just search around here. I don't think he'd be in the outside. This is why I didn't really want to go that far out. He might be at the very bottom, though. Like, I feel like he's gonna die. Oh my gosh. We got Tops's bell bearing, the Academy glintstone staff, and Tops's barrier. Oh man, he is dead. No. It's like very similar to the Dark Souls thing. If they don't have a purpose, or if they've accomplished their purpose, they just die. Like, they cease to, I guess, have the will to continue living. It is so sad. Okay, well, let's see what Tops gave us. I guess that was a really good guess, because I had no clue. I literally just went off of a whim there. I didn't want to go too far outside, so we did get the Academy glintstone staff, which we have several of, actually, at this point. We've obtained a handful of them, so nothing special there, but thanks anyways, Tops. We also got the sorcery, Tops's barrier, I think. It could be an Ash of War, but I have a feeling that it's not. Tops's barrier. Erect a magic force field to deflect spells. The lifelong pursuit of Tops the Bluntstone. Creates a magic force field that deflects sorceries and incantations, hold to continuously create barriers. Future generations will learn. They will know the foolishness of the sneering sorcerers who ridiculed this theory, little realizing that it was in fact a discovery worthy of a new conspectus of the Academy. See, they were jerks. Absolute jerks. And then we got his bell bearing, which is most likely a key item we'll have to give to the Twin Maiden Husks. Let's see here. We have all these medallion pieces, but none are complete. So annoying, because we're so close. But anyways, let's see. Bell bearing. Tops's bell bearing. Offered to the Twin Maiden Husks for new item access. Sorcerer Tops's bell bearing found upon his perished flesh. Offered to the Twin Maiden Husks at the round table hold to gain access to new items. It doesn't say what new items, but hopefully it's a little bit better than what he actually had to offer, which was just some basic sorceries. But that is Tops, guys. If you return to the schoolhouse classroom after giving him the second Academy glintstone key, well, glintstone Academy key or whatever, then that's how you get it. Very interesting. Okay, so Tops is done. Now we need to go to the round table hold, and I think I need to speak with Sorcerer Roger again, just to understand what exactly he was wanting us to do. I think he was wanting us to go northwest of the Raya Academy, which is actually just right here. So if this is the academy here that we were just at, he said to go to this area, which I have not yet explored. So this is the road to the manor, and apparently this is where EG was as well. So it would probably do us well to search and see what the heck's going on there, right? Okay. Very cool. So first, we do have our little friend here. D, where the hell's D? D is usually standing right there, so, or sitting there in his chair. I don't see him yet. We've got the all-knowing, I forgot his name. We'll go ahead and give the twin maiden husks their the bell bearing for tops, and then we'll see what shop she has to offer. So just these little basic sorceries that we already have in our possession, so nothing special there. So in the event that an NPC dies, you typically can get their bell bearings, which is pretty cool. Alright. And this dude's still pissed. He's always so grumpy, I don't know what to do. Yeah. Whatever, I'll kill you. If I see you out of the round table hold, bud, you're as good as dead. He's just rude. Okay, let's go talk to Fia. Actually, Sorcerer Roger first.
Always good to see you say so.
Ranni's whereabouts.
If Lunar Princess Ranni truly is the one who plotted that fateful night, then she should bear the curse mark of destined death somewhere upon her flesh. Would you be willing to procure it for me? She may have returned to the manor that is her home, the royal CARIAN residence to the north of the Academy of Raya Lucaria.
Perfect. So we'll go there. Let's see. Maybe I need to purchase some skills from this guy as well. Ash, yeah, we might as well grab these. There you go. Top him off, just in case he dies. And then we can run over to our little friend here. Roderica seems to be just chilling. Hey, there's another door that's open.
Are you here for spirit tuning?
She's still worried about the other. You know, the funny thing is the dialogue choices are actually you selecting something for the other person. So this is Roderica saying, hey, there's something you should know, not me saying that. That's really interesting, I thought. Let's see if we can upgrade our weapons. I'm not dead yet, sir. In due time, in due time. But not yet. Let's see, does this increase our stability any? I don't see that it does. It does do magic damage, though. And the funny thing is it actually deals damage if you attack with it. I don't see that it increases our shield ability, though, like the actual blocking itself. So, no worries. We'll go there in just a moment. Let's see what Fia's doing. Okay, Fia's gone. She gave me the weathered dagger, and then I gave it to D. Okay, nothing there. Oh gosh, don't tell me. This door is open now. Let's go check out what is behind its threshold. Oh my gosh, Fia.
Finally, it is returned to its rightful place, the stolen hallowbrand of the exalted noble. And now, I must bid you goodbye as well, though I ask you deliver this message to the Round Table Hold. I am Fia, deathbed companion, hark Round Table. Disturb not the death of Godwyn, the exalted. We who humbly live in death, live in waiting, to one day welcome our Lord. What right does anyone have to object? Our Lord will rise, the Lord of the many and the meek.
She literally killed D. And I am so upset about that. I'm also upset that I spilled tea on my table. Okay, I'm good. Oh my gosh, Fia. We got D's bell bearing. We've got the twinned helm. Oh, we got his armor set. The twinned armor, the twinned gauntlets, and the twinned greaves. I cannot believe he's dead, though. That is very disappointing. I really like Dee a lot. I'm not sure why she would have killed him. I don't understand the lore implications there, but let's take a look and see if maybe the equipment can give us a little bit more insight to what the hell just happened. That is insane. Okay, so we did get his bell bearing, so we can go to this key item here. Dee's bell bearing found upon his perished flesh. Offer the Twin Maiden husks to gain access to new items. So nothing special there. Okay. What about his actual armor set? So if we go here, let's go ahead and find what we just obtained. This is the twinned helm. Helm depicting entwined twins of gold and silver. The two, known as D, are inseparable twins. They are of two bodies and two minds, but one single soul. Not once do they stand together, not one word do they speak to one another. Perhaps this armor longs to find its way to the other D. Okay, so there he has a twin. They are of two bodies and two minds, but one soul. Not once do they stand together, not one word do they speak to one another. Interesting. Alright, let's go ahead and check out and see what it does, or see how it looks, actually. It's going to be amazing. Now, I am going to see if the item descriptions for the body have anything different, but I really doubt it. No, they don't. Alright, this is insane. Twinned gauntlets. This is the twin set, guys. We can take a look at it here. Wowzers, that looks great. Look at that. That looks so good. Oh man, that looks good. And the best part of all is it's medium, so we could literally run around with this thing on. Look at that, guys. Looks so good. That is insane. Okay, so now we have another cool armor set. If you guys are looking for Dee's armor set, after you've pretty much defeated the first two, the first two legends or demigods, you can talk to Thea again, and she'll give you a weathered dagger. You do have to talk with her in secret, and once you do that, you need to give the actual dagger, the weathered dagger, to Dee. Next time you load in the area, she is pretty much dispatched of Dee, sadly, and now you do get his armor, the twin set, of course, but sucks because he's an excellent character. Alright, so let's go to the Twin Maiden husks and see if we can give them his bell bearing, and maybe there might be his sorceries that he was selling, or actually he was selling incantations, which wouldn't be too helpful for us right now, but just for the sake of completion we can check it out. The Twin Maiden husks will be over here off to the right. Offered Dee's bell bearing. Yeah, sorceries that we just never purchased the first go around. Now I wonder if we go to the, yeah, we can purchase some of these things here. That's not bad. Of course, we do have more of these runes, which are going to be more and more useful, actually. And then we could go up to the other area. It's the Enya, the Finger Maiden, the named Finger Maiden. And we can see if she can provide us with some more of the armor pieces that we could obtain from Ranni, the most recent legend or demigod that we defeated. Alright, so here you go. Ah, you've returned. What is it? Let's see if we can purchase the rest of this stuff here. Queen's leggings. So we still have the Queen's robe and the Queen's bracelets next. And I didn't see how much those runes cost. I thought they were about 4,000 runes. But I'm looking for the rune arcs. If I can purchase some of those while I'm here, why not? Because I have a feeling I just might die in this game. Yeah, 4,000. No way. No way. This is reusable. If you use a blue cipher ring, you'll make yourself open to summons for rescue. The multiplayer session will begin once you have been summoned as a hunter, and your objective is to defeat the invader of that world. If you use a white cipher ring, you will automatically request for a hunter from another world to come to your rescue when the world is invaded. Nice. Anything that's reusable, I am gladly going to use. Alright, sweet. I'll have to buy those later. So we're clearing out everybody's shops here. I want to make sure we do obtain all the items that we can that are possible. I can't believe we got the twinned armor set. I have no clue where we can possibly find these other half though. Alright, so now we need to head back to this northwestern area here. Let's see, we explored that already. This is the road to the manor, so we'll go ahead and head this way first. There seem to be a handful of towers and maybe the actual manor itself, and then northwest. So we'll search for that. We're going to do some markers here just to make sure. Obviously this will be the entrance. So we'll see if we can go to Waypoint, possibly Waypoint 1 first, and then we circle around. I'm not entirely sure how that's going to work, but we can definitely search. And that lake's probably got something in it too. This is going to be a massive area, so let's go. Now they did say, oh gosh, we're just going to be shot at repeatedly. That's great. That's what EG was talking about. He said there is a trap there. So maybe I can circle around, or maybe there's just an item back here, but it could be a way to avoid getting shot at, which is not bad. I welcome that. The rat with some moves, I'm telling you. That's a big one. Good gosh, get away from me. Disgusting. Alright, here goes. That one was sneaking on me. That's disgusting. They're getting smarter, guys. The rats are getting smarter. I don't like it. Get these golden runes over here. Pick up all these. Golden rune 5. That's a good sizable one. Golden rune 4. Golden rune 3. I did see another rat tail somewhere around here. Where the heck did he go? Oh, I thought I did. Okay, good. I still hear a mouse as well. That's disgusting and very creepy because I hate mice. I have no clue where he would have gone. Alright, grab this stray mushroom over here and circle back down and around. There was not much here aside from some runes. I mean, runes are fine. Definitely need them. Alright, off we go. So now we're going to make our way down towards the actual manor itself. And we have to be careful because apparently they do have it booby-trapped. And they're raining down all kinds of sorceries on us. That is terrifying. Okay. Is it random? Oh my, yep it is. You'll never catch me alive. Alright, perfect. Well, we made it to the site of grace, so that's gotta be a good thing. We'll need to dispel whatever that is before we go and read all these little lore runes and stuff, because that is not gonna be good. Alright, we're in the CARIAN Manor. This place is huge. We're gonna circle around here in a clockwise fashion. We'll go left first and then circle around all the way to the right back to the entrance to make sure we don't miss anything. Gotta be thorough. I'm telling you, this is one of the most thorough playthroughs you'll ever see. Not the fastest, but definitely one of the most thorough. Got some somber smithing stones. That's good. Gonna need those for some of our unique weapons. This looks like one of Michaela's lilies. Nothing hiding back there. Okay, so I saw that. I saw the thing. Oh my god. The good thing is they're not nearly as strong as I thought they were. We have defeated some hands before, and they were super creepy. But I felt like they were a little bit more difficult last time. This is a big one right here. And they can bleed. They're susceptible to bleed, so that's great. I'm telling you, bleed is so effective and incredibly powerful in this game. I don't think I'll ever substitute for anything else. Showing those riding skills, all those years on the ranch, that's right. Torrent the steed is amazing. He can neck rein and direct rein. He's good. He's a good little horse. He's a goat and a horse. So is he a hote or is he a gorse? I don't know. What could he be? There you go. Got that one out of the way. Let's see, somber smithing. So we keep getting those. It's fantastic, actually. I'm going to keep exploring this courtyard area, but I don't want to go too far in. I think we will end up coming up to a wall or something that we can't progress down any further, which is good. I want to have a finite number of paths. I don't want to have all these different pathways to pick from. So I need a good direction where to go. Oh, he's flipping me off. That is not nice. This is a family-friendly show, sir. There you go. You bastard. And then we got this one right here. Very nice. That one dropped an item too. They're all dropping these little somber smithing stones, and they're smithing stones too, which is good. Okay, so this is an area that we can go inside. For now, we can go ahead and remove this waypoint here. And this one. I feel like we're going to be circling around there anyway, so before we do any more exploration inside, I do want to explore the rest of the outside area. Alright, no more booby trap hands? Let's see. Where could it be? Probably some glintstone fireflies around here, but oh, maybe not. Okay, fine. I don't want you guys anyways. Alright, so this is the way back down. Perfect, because now we're going to be able to circle back around and all the way back to the entrance, which is good. But there were several little hand dudes over here. Let's see. Where'd they? Oh, here they are. A bunch of them. Oh gosh, I didn't know they would trap me. Damn you. Okay. Oh, lovely. Lovely. Catch me up here, sir. Catch me outside. Why are there two of them? Heal. And when they get on a roll, I mean, these guys are on a roll. Die. Demon hands. I'm gonna die here. I'm dead. I'm dead. No matter. We will go back. Our save point's right there, so that's fine. But there were two items that they were guarding. I didn't know that if I wasn't facing, like pretty much if you go into the palm area, you will get ensnared in their little trap. But if you just hit the nails from the outside, you won't. See, that's actually a trap right there. So if you go around this way, that's how you avoid the trap. See? That's how you get the drop on these guys. I did not realize that until a little too late. Oh, I missed all those attacks. Okay. He's going to give us a somber smithing stone, because why not? These guys love doing traps. Like they set these little snares out, which is terrifying. But if they miss, they pretty much are guaranteed to die because of how much damage we can do. Let's see here. Oh, there's another one. They're everywhere. Okay, so let's go around this way. No! There you go. Dodge away. Finish this one off. We got a whole army of these things. I don't have any poise, and they do pretty much stagger you every time they hit you, which is not good for me because I don't have any armor on, so I will get stunned and staggered pretty much every time they hit me. That's why I was stuck in between those other two. I'm going to come up and around, actually. We'll kill this one as well. There you have it. Well, that was terrible. See, we got some more. Little baby hands right here. I swear these look like Godric. Godric's hands. I would have been cool to see Godric be more spider-like. Like, he did have so many limbs grafted to him, but I didn't feel like he used them to great effect, you know? I keep watching, you know, even fighting him the second time in my other playthrough, and I was like, man, I don't feel like he used all of his arms like I thought he would have. I thought he was going to be much more spider-like or animalistic because he had all his arms grafted to him, but he didn't really go that approach. There you go. And flick some bleed right there. Dodge these little hands. Wait for the attack. Very nice. Much smoother this go around. All this for some glintstone fireflies. Pretty much all these are just traps, if you've noticed. Just bait to have us make a decision and go running to those items blindly like I did initially. I didn't learn that because I was coming from the other side. Because I was actually doing a good job to flank them, not even knowing. But now I know exactly what I'm doing, so we won't be caught in that same trap again. Alright, so now we can circle around this way. I feel comfortable doing that now without skipping anything. That's another little one, see? Look at that. Little bastards. And they know I like herba. They knew I liked the herba. Alright, so here goes. We'll get the big hand first. Clearly the bigger threat. No pun intended, but literally is the bigger threat. Quite literally. Alright, cool. So we'll grab some more somber smithing stones. Kill that little hand there as well. That could also be one we need to be very careful of. But I don't see a hand, so... And the scarab can't see us on this side, so... We got the Carrion Piercer. Very nice. He's trying to spam some sorceries on us. I don't like that. Oh, he grabbed me anyways. Ah, get out of there. We rolled out of it. Very nice. Get another smithing stone, hopefully. Very nice. A somber smithing stone. We can check out the Carrion Piercer item as well, but let's just carefully see if we can get up here first. The Ice Crest Shield. Okay, so we got two items here. We got the Ice Crest Shield and the Carrion Piercer Sorcery. Carrion Slicer. Carrion Piercer. Impales foes with a magical greatsword. One of the sorceries of the Carrion royal family conjures a magic greatsword to impale foes. Charging lengthens the initial step in. This sorcery forms a counterpart to Carrion greatsword, highly lethal when used against single foes riding alone. Very cool. So now we can also check our shield. I think we got the Ice Crest Shield. A small metal round shield heavier than a wooden shield but boasts higher damage negation. The Ice Crest originates from a Carian princess, though the effect is slight. It boosts magic damage negation and resistance to frost. So, not quite 100% physical damage reduction shield, so it's one that I probably would not use, but still interesting nonetheless. If you guys are looking for those, you can find them in the CARIAN Manor here, just north of the Ranni Academy. So there's going to be a bunch of hand enemies. If you just stick to the outskirts, though, for the most part, you will remain safe. So I suggest you do that if you want any chance of surviving and not getting grabbed every 5 seconds. Alright, so let's go ahead and stick to the outskirts. Remember, you want to approach the hand enemies from their nails. You know, if you can't see their nails, or the, you know, if you're going towards their palm, that is a bad thing. It means you're gonna get trapped. What does this do? Nothing. It provides light. That's what it does. It's a torch. Alright, so what do we have over here? Surprised there wasn't a hand in those bushes. That would have been nice. I bet this door doesn't open from this side. How much you want to bet? Oh, money. I should have bet. Elena redeemed hydrate. I shall hydrate. Let me drink some. I'm going to hydrate with some tea. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. That's some good tea. What kind of tea was that, baby? Like, what's the flavor? I don't even know. That was very good. I like that one a lot. Look in the grounds. If you don't see any fingers, you're good to go. Get the rimmed crystal buds. Go ahead and get the drop on this hand here. Should be dead now. He dropped another smithing stone. And we're going to have plenty of those to upgrade all kinds of different weapons here. The good thing is the somber smithing stone is good for increasing special weapons, which I like that they just called them special weapons. Twinkling Titanite was a bit more mysterious than the other games, but you knew that it was for, you know, unique type armor and items that you couldn't just get from regular drops, but it didn't necessarily indicate what it was. So, but special here is going to be pretty much anything you would find that has some sort of special ability. It's got like some sort of incantation to it. Well, I say incantation, enchantment or something like that, you know, so pretty much anything that is like enchanted or has unique items. Oh my, I'm getting grabbed. I didn't realize I was getting grabbed. Thank you for throwing me through the wall though. That will help me, actually. Stay away from you. Go ahead and heal up. Dodge this lazy sorcery there. Try this. Oh, never mind. Bad idea. I do not want to die to you again, guys. Y'all are frustrating. They keep getting the better of me. I'm about to die here again. They have some crazy lunge attacks. They can cover some ground pretty good. Unfortunately, we did die again, but I should have checked the map to see where we're at, but unfortunately, I died before I could even do that. No worries. Rest in peace yet again. Okay, so carrying greatsword's not going to be the thing. We'll try the Great Glintstone Shard. Maybe we can have a little bit more oomph. I do believe that was the courtyard where I died because our ruins are just off to the side here. Nice. Where the hell do you guys come from? Okay, so they fell from the sky. Okay. Lovely. I'm about to lose all my runes. Nice. We'll never dodge back, that's for sure. I want to dodge laterally here. They ensnared me in some sort of gravity magic. Okay, that was intense. Ooh, I don't like you. I don't like you. Too fast. At least relentless combos. Look at that. Dead again. I lost all my runes that time. Okay, so those hands are probably just up above and they're dropping down on us. That's what's kind of catching us off guard, but no worries. We'll get them this time. That is frustrating. They have this crazy attack here, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to switch, even though I have this really good thing going for the ones that they're trying to ambush us. I do need to go ahead and switch to my shield and my rapier. To have just a better opportunity. Look at that. There they were the whole time. Okay. Better off with the shield, I say, and especially with these guys. And if they do hit us, we can get a repost and kill them instantly and replenish our health, so we're fine. Alright, you big bastards, let's go. Very nice. Now we're just cleaning them up. Not gonna get caught by that again. You have to change up the strategy every once in a while, and that's perfectly fine. That's what I love about this game. You can't ever attack the same thing, you know, the same exact way. You got it up, you know, change up your strategy a bit. It keeps it fresh, to be honest. Go ahead and heal up here, and we'll see if we can do the same thing with this guy. We're gonna get a guard counter, and then I might be able to sneak up on him. There you go. Maybe not. He's not gonna face me. Okay, I'll just poke him to death, and that'll work too. The goal is for me just to not take any damage. However that needs to happen, that's fine with me. Okay, so we grabbed this item over here. I'll make my way around here to see. I think this is just us circling back, and that's fine. Make sure we don't get ambushed by these little hands. He didn't even drop me anything. Okay. There's some items over there. Possibly an ambush. Got this pathway up here. So there's a whole nother pathway we can look at. Oh, we got a big boy over here. Okay, he actually noticed us. We'll use this tree to block the sorcery. Oh my gosh, it didn't work. I didn't realize it was a gravity sorcery. Not smart. There you go. Go ahead and get our health back. Thank you, sir. Oh, what a jerk. Alright, we got him out of the way. Another rimmed crystal blood. That's got to be useful for something around here. Maybe some sort of... Maybe it's magic grease or shield grease or something like that, so we can actually have reduced magic damage. Okay, so this is the guiding grace. This should be the entrance, right? Okay, perfect. So we've come full circle, in that area at least, so we could either explore the western side, which might be a little bit more difficult, or this side right here. I say we explore this side first just because it's smaller. I feel like this side here is going to take us up to these, I guess, to this plateau. So I don't want to do that just yet. Can I use my horse here? I cannot. Okay, I was just double checking. Again, I don't know. It's a goat and a horse, so is it a hote or a gorse? Only you can decide. Alright, so we could go this way, or we could search what's in here and die. Here I thought you were going to be a dead NPC, but nope, you're not. Look at the glintstone craftsman cookbook +6. Oh my gosh, is that a trap? A booby trap? Let's check to see what that is. It will be in our key items here. Glintstone craftsman cookbook 6. We can learn how to make the freezing pot from here. This is one of the faux sorceries. They call it that because the glintstones themselves, they actually have some sort of magical properties and they explode and it looks like you're doing sorceries, but the stones themselves just exhibit those properties, so anybody can look like a sorcerer, but even though they're not. So that's kind of cool. I like that. The faux sorceries. We're no faux sorcerer. We know this stuff. Looks like we're facing off with some albinarics. Those are pretty much the albinos, it seems. Go ahead and finish them off quickly before they get a roll on us. I don't want to get ambushed by them because they can move pretty quickly even though they are crawling around. We've seen that before in the albinaric village. Remember, always look up. Make sure you don't get ambushed. What the hell is that? Okay, just a tree. Just a tree. Oh my gosh, another trap. Okay. Every time we see a dagger, we need to actually be mindful of that. So we were already down there, so nothing special there. We need to circle back around the other way then. Ah, knives everywhere. What do I do? Just run through them? I don't think there's a way to disarm them. No illusory walls? Gotta be kidding me. Nope. Okay. Let's just double check back in this room again just to see if there was anything I may have missed. I don't think I did. But you never know. This game's crazy when it comes to stuff like that. So, no illusory walls, nothing like that. Nope. Alright, cool. Let's go ahead and leave this particular area and we'll circle back around to the other side. No ladders. I'm looking for everything, you know, so trying to be as thorough as possible. So let's go to Waypoint 3 then in that case. We'll circle back around to the other side. And we'll go through the front part. I feel like it would be slightly safer. I think we've dispatched a handful of those hand dudes. Ooh, there's an item there that I didn't even see last time. Golden Rune 4, oh my gosh. Thank you, sir, for topping off my health, you bastard. Hate those hand guys. Somber Smithing Stone 2. Okay, we'll go ahead and mark this as well as a location that is locked. And then that means we'll come up and around. No, actually we'll do... No, we'll know. We'll remember. We'll just do that. Let's just remember stuff. Because memory is important too. Okay, so that... Is this... What is this? Oh yeah, that's where the rock was. Okay. I will farm the hell out of these smithing stones. I am cool with that. Don't you worry. Alright, so I do need to actually go across this way. We'll grab this crystal bud on the way up. Let's see, no enemies are going to ambush us. We've been here before several times, so we should be good. While he's getting situated there, he's going to die. Very nice. We took out all of those hand dudes as well. Nice. Lovely. Got held down by this idiot. And grabbed. I think I'm dead. No, I'm not. I'm dead. Okay, so we're going to circle back up and to the left this time. We've already searched the right-hand side. This is crazy. Those hand dudes are annoying. Unfortunately, that gravity magic threw me off and I completely panicked. The little hand to the left of me kind of threw me off, and then after that gravity magic procced, I got grabbed and everything else could happen, and I was not able to heal in time. But no worries. No worries at all. Let's just make our way back up here. We're going to be coming up on our runes actually before long, so there shouldn't be anything back here, I don't believe. Go ahead and destroy these hands and pick up some of those smithing stones, because why not? Okay, when they do that charge, we can't let them do that to us. Okay. I see. The jump attack is what we want. We don't want the charge, that's for sure. Okay, we'll go ahead and heal. Get some of our health back anyways. Alright. We'll come up this way. for this one, I'm going to go ahead and use our old strategy here, so we can kill it before it even gets up. Now we can go ahead and kill this one as well. There you go. Now we can fight this dude. Good old-fashioned way. 1v1. There you go. Go ahead and top off our health. He's dead. Alright, so we have already been to this side, I do believe. Yeah, we've been all the way over here. So now we can work our way up this staircase. This is where we had initially said, okay, let's go ahead and turn back around. So now we're at this waypoint. Go ahead and remove the marker. Watch out for knife booby traps here. Let's see what this dude has to say. These actually don't speak out loud, so let's see. He says, Lady Ranni, we have long awaited you. I pray for your house's swift revival. May the full moon shine upon Caria. Okay. We've seen a lot of references to celestial bodies in this particular area. Ranni in particular, and also the, I guess, Rennala, the Queen of the Moon. Alright, so we've made it to the second site of grace up here. Look at us go. Alright. So we could explore what's out here, or we could go inside. So let's see, what shall we do? I say outside first. Inside's obviously going to be how we end it all, right? Maybe a boss. Maybe something like that. We need to dispel that crazy trap that was shooting us when we were riding with our steed, because I want to be able to read those lore stones and stuff. You missed. Alright, these guys aren't so bad. Not so bad at all. We just need to keep track of them because they're everywhere. Get a backstab. He's dead. Very nice. Okay, I like these guys. No! Sorcery traps, my favorite. Alright, let's go left. Gosh, there's so many frackin' pathways. Here and then here. Okay. I'm waiting for more, I guess, apparitions to appear, but I don't see any just yet. Also looking up to make sure we don't get traps, you know, ambushed by somebody falling down on us or anything like that. Did we just go backward? I mean, this is... No, I guess not. We've got an item over here. Very nice. Got a rune art. These are going to be important. Go ahead and take out the great sword wielding apparition right there. Okay, here's another one. This one's a little easier though. That guy's coming around, that's fine. Peekaboo! Go ahead and kill him as well. We're just guard countering the shite out of these guys. I like it. We got the Lord's Sworn Bolt. They have the same drops as their friends, it seems. We could drop down there, but I don't see the use of doing that. But you know what? When there's often something like that, there's typically going to be a secret if you just keep going with it. There could even be an illusory wall or illusory floor, to be honest. So no. Look at that, see? What'd I tell ya? Always drop off onto rooftops. It'll serve you well. Now we do have... Oh, this ladder here almost just completely avoided. Oh, come on. We're doing our little thing? Yeah. We're going to be doing the Elden Ring pose quite a bit. There it is. There it is. Alright, let's make sure we don't have any traps. This is possibly the door that we could not open from the outside. Excellent. Now the door's opened. There you go. That's how doors work in FromSoft. We got the Sword of Night and Flame. That looks amazing. Sword of Night and Flame. Wow, this thing is amazing. It requires 24 faith as well, though. Wow. Okay, 24 faith, intelligence, and a little bit of strength. Not much. That is insane. Let's take a look. A storied sword and treasure of CARIAN Manor, one of the legendary armaments. Astrologers who preceded the sorcerers established themselves in mountaintops that nearly touched the sky and considered the fire giants their neighbors. The unique skill is a Night and Flame stance. Hold the sword level and prepare to cast a sorcery. Follow up with a normal attack to cast the Night Comet sorcery, or a strong attack to sweep forward with a burst of flames. Whoa! That is amazing. Again, as I have said before, I do believe that faith is kind of the way to go if you're wanting to have the biggest opportunity to explore the widest variety of weapons. Faith and arcane are typically going to be, I'd say faith and arcane, and then intelligence, secondly, will be the most important. So faith, arcane, and intelligence, those three attributes are going to be the most important ones you want to spec up in if you want to have a chance at using all these items. Now, the Sword of Night and Flame can be accessed from, I guess, the CARIAN Manor area. Once you get to the second save point, what you want to do is you want to go to the outside of the rooftops, follow this path along here, and you do want to drop down onto the roof, and once you do, you will be able to access the Sword of Night and Flame, which is amazing. Now, it's not one that I can technically use at this point in time, unfortunately, because I don't have the faith requirements, but I can assure you that my other file that I have is going to be itching to use it, because right now I'm using the Cipher Pata, or Cipher Picata, or whatever. I'm using, in my other file, the one I'm using and capturing all the footage on, I am currently using these melee armaments right now. It requires 30 faith to be able to use, though, but the Cipher Pata right here is what I'm currently using, and they're really awesome. I just I leveled up enough to be able to use them yesterday, so I've been spamming that as much as possible. Okay, so I don't see anything else here. Maybe another path we could technically drop down. That'd be the very beginning, though, so nothing special there. Very cool. I'm glad that we were able to get that sword. That looks amazing. Again, another legendary weapon in our possession. Well, I don't know if it's legendary, but it's if it's well renowned. Let's just put it that way. And it's got a unique skill. So to me, if it has a unique skill, it's very special. Yeah, it is one of the legendary armaments. So we have 2 legendary armaments, see? Nice. Alright, so I do definitely want to, at some point, increase my faith, because that would be bomb. 24 faith, and for I can easily get the strength requirement if I just activate Godric's rune, so not too bad, not too bad. Alright, we're going to go ahead and teleport back to this second save point or site of grace that we had just tagged earlier. This will allow us to circle back. So we'll see if there's anything else we can do. This time we're going to have to just go straight. Go ahead and get the repost there while this one's shooting at us. We can get some iframe so he won't be able to harm us at all. But we can hurt him. Alright, we're going to wait for the one with the great sword. He should be around here somewhere. They're just all over the place, man, circling us. Trying to ambush us, but fortunately we kind of know what to expect. Alright. We just want to go straight this go around. Trying to see if there's anything else maybe we can drop down, any ledges, anything like that. Nothing of the sort just yet. And I also want to check my back. Yep. I thought you'd do that, Elden Ring. I figured you'd do that. There's a trap right here we're going to run right past. One behind us as well. some health back here. Get some more health back as well while we're keeping an eye on the crossbow wielding foe over there. Pick up this item here, smithing stone 2. Dodge this. Do an R2 to stun him and an R1 to finish him off. But he blocked it, so we'll get a guard repost instead. I'll take that. I will take that all day. Alright, so the big boy's gone. Man, these guys are just relentless. They keep spawning in like crazy. Not sure why they're so upset. Got some hand enemies down there. Probably gonna have to circle down and around, I'm assuming. We could also jump off if we need to. This rooftop exploration is just so fun for me. I really do like it. See, because we could go down there actually. You see? Yeah, probably have to drop down there at some point. See, my only thing is, I don't think I can survive that fall, actually. We could double check. With our rainbow stones. That's probably a lethal fall. Yep. That's lethal. Alright, next enemy we face off with, I do want to get a critical hit so I can replenish our health and top off. So nobody over there. Okay, fine. Fair enough. And we do have this, so is it going to take us up or down? Okay, up. So that's not where I want to go. I don't want to go up yet. We know that that is obviously the secondary path we can go if we need to. Probably going to take some damage here. No? That'll work too. Rimmed Crystal Bud. I thought I saw some hand enemies over here. It must be over there. I see them now. As long as we have a way up, we're good. Always search underneath staircases. We haven't been attacked or ambushed by any enemies yet, which is odd. I find that weird. Trying to see what that was overlooking, if anything special. I don't believe it is. Just part of the courtyard that we had been walking around, so I think we're okay there. Now I hear a twinkling sound, so it always confuses me. There may be a teardrop scarab nearby, or it could just be my imagination. Alright, we've got some hand enemies over here. We'll go ahead and switch to the glintstone arc. And take out as many as we can. Alright. I thought we were going to get ambushed by a bunch of them, but it didn't seem like that was the case. I'm okay with that. Oh, what is this? We got the Yurumi. What is the Yurumi? That looks amazing. Looks like a melee weapon as well. Yurumi. It's a whip. Oh man, it's awesome. Okay, this weapon made of extremely thin, flexible blades of metal is wielded like a whip by night folk warriors. Though in essence a whip with a cutting edge, it can also be used as a spear to pierce foes. The skill is kick. That is crazy. Let's just try it out. Let's see here. Nice. Look at that. That's insane. That could be a fun weapon to use. Absolutely. Okay, cool. And if you guys are looking for the Urumi, if you go from the second manor lower level side of Grace, you just have to go straight all the way across. And instead of going up where the lift is, you actually have to jump across to the lower levels here. So you'll be up there. If you jump down and across, then you can make your way, and you'll see some hand enemies and a corpse holding a purple item. That purple item is, of course, the Urumi. How awesome is that? I am going to go ahead and flask up because we have this enemy over here to deal with. And I think I will be bouncing off as well, so we're going to take it easy, shall we? Let's see. Great glintstone shard from afar. We'll do that. It's got no range to it. Dodge. Dodge. Okay, not dodge. No dodge. We're gonna get grabbed. That's okay. Switch to our cerulean, our crimson tears flask here. We'll heal up, top off our health, and then we should be back to normal. Those enemies have yet to drop any items, but she was definitely guarding something. There's no way they'd have an enemy like that just for the hell of it. Or would they? Let's go ahead and drop down here to this next level. I don't see any enemies yet. I see an item over there though. Is it worth it? Somber Smithing Stone 3. Maybe not, but still a cool item nonetheless. We definitely need the upgrades. I was gonna say, that looks destructible, but it's not. Let's see. Is there any way back inside, or do we have to teleport back again? I think it'd probably want you to drop down, but I don't feel like doing that necessarily. I'm trekking through all these fools. Let's see if we can... No illusory walls in the floor, illusory floors, I guess. No. Okay, we'll go back to the manor. Now from here, we're gonna work our way back up. And we did find some pretty cool stuff here, though, for sure. I mean, we found the, my favorite weapon so far that we've seen. Not one that I've been able to use just yet. But the Sword of Night and Flame. I want to use it and see if I can actually do anything with it. I can't use the skills because I lack the requirement. Okay, no worries. Just wanted to check. We'll go ahead and re-equip our hook claws. But that sword does look beautiful, that's for sure. Alright, so from here, funny thing is we haven't even searched the rest of this area yet. Pillage the remains. We got Smithing Stone 4. So there's not much actually in this church. Seems to be a way to get to the second level though. Which, as we know, we'll probably obtain or get to from jumping off of, you know, rooftops and stuff. We can also go down. Actually, that's where I came from, right? I came from down. Okay, makes sense. Let's go ahead and go back to the lift then, in that case. We have to go straight through all these geniuses over here. We're going to run past them this time. There's really no need to fight all of them again. But we're just moving straight this time. We will switch to our shield just in case. Missed. Missed. And then we activated that trap, because why not? That was an accident. And now we can come up here and take the lift. Now I did take it up on accident, so I need to pull it back down. Oh, it's already here. Nice. I guess since we set at the side of Grace, it reset everything. So now we're taking the lift up. I always make it a point to look around when I'm going up and down lifts to see if there's like an extra secret or anything there. Maybe an extra level. Secret level you couldn't reach normally. I don't think I saw anything. So I think we're okay there. But now we're at the third side of Grace. This one's called the Manor Upper Level. Alright, very nice. So we're gonna make our way through here. We got a summoning pool over here. Looks like there's a big wolf, an enemy that we haven't seen before. Yeah. Bunch of them, actually. They're pretty powerful, too. Oh, hey, he's hurt. Very nice. Oh, I didn't even get to punish him. His punish window is very, very small. Okay, did I even activate this? Okay, you guys threw me off. So we have this upper level here. Now that we're on the upper level, if you see that dark line, it's actually indicating the lower level. We are now on the upper level. So there's probably all kinds of goodies around here we're going to have to search for if we can break out these walls, of course. Gotta grab the mushrooms. These can be useful. Alright, here goes. Another golden seed. Okay, he didn't even want to get stunned. That is fine too. I'll poke you all day until you fall. Alright, so here goes. Now we have, let's see. This little cemetery looking area. A living jar. Definitely some items that we can pick up. But how do we get there? Probably the other side. It looks like there's a pathway you can fall down. Some scaffolding over there. Okay. It's just a tease right now when you can see an item that far away. It's like, hey, can you make it this far and get to me? I can assure you I will. Alright, so here goes. We're going to continue doing our exploration here. See if there's anything around any of these nooks and crannies. So far, nothing. I do see a wolf over there, though. I don't want to fight more than one at once. But I think we're going to be fine here. He just missed me altogether. Second time I've missed my guard repost there. Just top off, just in case. Like, I don't want to come across something that kills me. Now, it's not that the save point is that far. The site of grace is too far away, but I want to keep making progress. I don't want to stop. No need to slow down now. There's an item up there on the bridge that we're probably going to come across. Another Michaela's Lily, which are pretty rare items, which is good. Always welcome those. Not that we craft very much on this file. We don't do a lot of crafting. But that's okay. I just like to collect everything. This is going to be like my attempt at my 100% file, even though I am streaming it. My other file is just kind of my experimental one. Making a lot of different choices. I've picked the Confessor as that, the class. Alright, so there's a ladder up there we can definitely take. And then, of course, there's the intended path, which is fighting this fool. And the sorcerers. That's just fantastic, isn't it? See if I can actually get some of their attention, the attention of one of them. Come here. That actually hurt them. Really? I don't think so. I do not think so, friend. Let's see. We'll use the glintstone arc instead. That guy always gets his leg all twisted up. It's so funny. He dies funny. Alright, we'll go ahead and climb up this ladder really quickly and see where we're at. Again, we're at the manor here. And now we're on the top floor. So let's go ahead and check out this item here that we saw from down below. Got some magic grease. That's going to go straight to our storage because we do have some extra. Oh, this is just an aristocrat. Nothing special here. We got the aristocrat garb. Alright, let's see what's up here. Maybe we can get the drop on those... on that stone digger troll sorcerer guy, because the ones with helmets are typically a lot stronger. And of course he was surrounded by a handful of sorcerers as well, so. Alright, so far, no. Oh, there you go. Maybe we can. Maybe a way to sneak past them. Yeah, this is probably just an alternative way to sneak past them, which is fine, but... oh my gosh, I'll say we don't do that stuff. We do this instead. We do have increased attack power, and we're just raging out right now, so we're good. Dodge away, please. Okay. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Scary. And you will die in one hit. If I can hit you. Perfect. See, we don't run away from these fights. We got the Troll Knight's sword, which is a purple item. That is always good. Let's go ahead and check that out. The Troll Knight's sword. So those things are called Troll Knights. I'm sorry, I was calling them other things. Troll Knight sword. Where can you be? I'm telling you, I never know with these items. If they had a new item indicator in the freaking inventory, as I've complained, you know, just because for the sake of complaining, it would be really nice, wouldn't it? There it is. Good gosh. This is a colossal sword. It requires 20 strength, so not so bad, but it does actually have intelligence requirements as well that need to be met. This is a great sword embedded with a blue glintstone, weapon of the trolls and service of the royal family of Caria. Called into service when the queen invoked an oath they swore. The trolls are treated as true knights of Caria and fight arm in arm with their human comrades. The skill is Troll's Roar. Look into the distance and let out an intense roar, generating a powerful shockwave that blows back surrounding foes. Follow up with strong attacks to slam the armament down. Very nice. Now this is not a legendary weapon, but it is still pretty amazing nonetheless. We got the Troll Knight's sword, and we did get it from the Troll Knight that was guarding this tower here. Very cool. Very cool indeed. Now, of course, we are in the, I'd say we're in the manor upper level of the CARIAN Manor, here just north of the Rey Lucaria Academy. So, if you guys want to find all that stuff, we've found some really great items already this stream, so really looking forward to see what more we can find as we make our way through this amazing area. We're going to switch over to our rapier and a shield, just in case. It looks like there's some enemies up there too. Probably use projectiles, but we're going to do this first. Let's go search and see if there's anything on this other side. Because exploration. And it's so rewarding in this game too, so why not? I hear twinkling, and I'm telling you, I swear there's a teardrop scarab somewhere just waiting. Just waiting to share its secrets with us. Got a smithing stone 4. That was up by where we faced off with the wolf. Perfectly fine. Now we can safely work our way back up here. And we'll go ahead and take on those other projectile users. I'm pretty sure they're just sorcerers, but I'm having a hard time seeing exactly what they are. One of them is guarding an item to the left. They could be even tree sorcerers, but I really doubt it. Wouldn't make a lot of sense. I have a lot of health. Very nimble too. Go. We'll go ahead and actually fight this one appropriately this time. There it is. A rimmed crystal bud. I'm telling you, they're not guarding anything special here. We got a Statue of America right there. Golden Rune 4. Let's see, where was the other one? Did he circle around? Did he actually do that? No, he did not. Okay, there were just 3 of them. There you go. We've actually faced off with one of them before in the academy, but he was much more powerful. And he had a bow that, or a crossbow that could shoot 3 bolts at once. And that was much more difficult. I know I have a lantern, but I don't like the orange light. I see it every 5 seconds, all the time. It never ends. So I would like to be able just to use the good old eyes this time around. So we've got this. Looks like oh, I thought it was a fog gate being guarded by one of those stone sword keys, but maybe not. Come through here and make sure we don't get ambushed. I have to drop down there, of course. Who put these windows here? Like, who made this? Who's responsible for this crazy architecture? Oh gosh, we made it. Okay, very nice. Oh, I almost didn't make that one. That was scary. They got that one way out there, don't they? Can't bust up in there, that's fine. Now there's a bunch of little pot enemies. This is the other side that we had just talked about, which is great. I'm glad we found it. Now, the only thing we can do here is probably spam some sorceries, right? I don't quite have the range, though. That sucks. Guess we won't be able to get the drop on them like that. Nice. Very good. Okay, now we can kill all the little ones. Nice and easy. Oh gosh, I almost fell off this pathway here. That would have been bad, huh? There you go. Got the little pot babies over here. Pot boys. These are like mushroom boys, pretty much. Alright. Charged R2 to finish them off. Very nice. Go ahead and slash away here. They have really good poise. I mean, they're probably full of all kinds of stuff that increases their, like, poise, but I get it. I get it. Got a living jar shard and some raw meat dumplings. Delicious. Deliciously nutritious, they say. Now this is another cracked pot. Very good. Considering there are so many living jar enemies, it's only appropriate that they would give us another cracked pot. I was even thinking a ritual pot, but they surprised us yet again, didn't they? Got some crystal darts. Can drop down here. We will have to backtrack, of course, but that's fine. All for the sake of exploration, I say. Nothing over there. Let's go ahead and take out the rest of these little pot dudes. They're so cute. I hate having to kill them, but I do like Iron Fist Alexander. He seems to be one of the only ones that's not, like, violent. So I do appreciate that. He didn't try and kill us. Got a Erdleaf flower. Okay, very nice. Even more jar enemies over here. Lots of them, actually. We'll kill the little ones because they can be a bit of a nuisance. And we'll sneak around and kill all the others on the outskirts here before we face off with the big ones. Alright. Now we have 2, but we don't have any sorceries left, so we gotta be very careful here. That's okay. Took some damage there. Have to run away from this one now. Make sure we don't get hit. A nice punch from the... Oh gosh, what's he doing? He's good. I never know their attack patterns because usually I kill them before they get up. Got him. He's going to leap at us there. Got raw meat dumpling, and more living jar shards. I don't know what the purpose of those are yet, but I'm sure we can use them for some sort of pretty neat little crafting or something. Alright, so now we have smithing stone 3. Now I do need to see. I can't see donk right now, so let's go ahead and figure out where the hell I'm at. Alright, so this is the other area where all the living jars were. Let's see if we need to drop down another level maybe. I don't see a pathway down there. At least a safe one. Oh, here you go. That might be safe. Let's do the good old test, though. Let's make sure it is safe, right? We're going to check it out with our rainbow stones here. We'll drop a rainbow stone, and if it doesn't break, it's safe. At least you won't take lethal damage. Not guaranteed you won't take any damage at all, but no lethal damage at least. And there's another item right there, a purple item at that. I love it. This game is amazing. And I'm going to say it like every time. Pretty much every stream I'll say it. Just so you guys know. We got the Ash of War, the CARIAN Grandeur. Let's check that out. Ash of War. CARIAN Grandeur. This is an Ash of War. Grants an armament that magic affinity and the following skill. CARIAN royal prestige embodied in his skill. Transform blade into a magical greatsword and swing it down. Can be charged to increase its power by up to 2 levels. Usable on swords, colossal weapons accepted. Nice. This is very cool. CARIAN Grandeur. And that's just an Ash of War, so it doesn't have any skill requirements or anything like that. Very nice. I know, where the heck am I now? I have no clue where this is. Oh, okay, I'm at the very... okay. I'm outside here again, that's fine. Man, I feel like we've done very good to explore this area, though. We've been quite thorough. Dodge! That thing almost grabbed me. We're gonna avoid those hand enemies. Resting doesn't much matter at this point because we've got lots of enemies on our tail. And the places where we're going next, there won't be much of a big issue. So we're at the manor upper level now, so I think that does mean that we're going to be on that plateau. This is right just after the lift area, so now we can do a little bit more exploration. We're going to have this wolf on us, and then we're going to go back up the whole pathway again. It'll be great, I promise. I didn't want to die. There he is. All that for some thin beast bones. These guys are relentless. I wonder if the troll knight will still be there. Of course he would. Of course he'd still be there. Alright, we're gonna go this way instead. And it is dark as hell. I got this little aristocrat over here just being silly. Say hi. I always forgot about that one. Now there was a sorcerer over there that just ambushed me last time. This time not so much. There you go, just a few pokes here. Dead. I'll go ahead and kill this one too, because why not? They're fun to fight. I like fighting those guys. Those guys are awesome. Alright, cool. So now we can come back up this way. We did actually venture off to that side, and that's how we explored all those other and obtained all those other items. So we're going to go through the intended path here. Probably face off with the boss. Alright, let's go. I'm expecting a boss. Dodge! Okay, that was scary. Nice. Dodge away, dodge away. Use our Wondrous Flask here. Damage negation that I wasted immediately. You're like the tree sentinel, but easier. I say that, but I'm about to die, right? That's okay. Never get behind a horse, right? Huh. I'm dead. No, I'm not. Oh, I'm almost dead. Nice bow. Yeah, that was awesome. But you're dead now. Goodbye, Loretta. It was pleasure meeting you. That's Royal Knight Loretta, first try. She gave us Loretta's Great Bowl. Royal Knight Loretta. Let's go ahead and check that out. And we got the Ash of War Loretta's Slash. Alright, so we probably got a sorcery here. Ooh, that's amazing looking. Loretta's Great Bow. Fires great arrow from a magic great bow. That makes sense. A sorcery used by Royal Knight Loretta creates a magic great bow and fires a great arrow. Charging enhances potency. Hold to keep the great arrow knocked. It is said that the bow was Loretta's favorite weapon. How cute. Yeah, she wasn't that bad. She was kind of a jerk. This is Loretta's Slash. Grants affinities and skills to an armament. It's usable on polearms and twin blades. The Ash of War grants an armament the magic affinity and the following skill. Loretta's Slash. Skill of Loretta the Royal Knight. Leap forward, imbuing the blade with glintstone, then descend, accelerating into a sweeping slash. That is nice. But it's only good for like polearms and twin blades, so weapons I typically will not use. But either way, that's pretty cool. Let's see how many runes she gave us. Enough to level up. That's great. Alright, you know what we will do as well? We're going to go ahead and use one of our rune arts. And just boost all of our stats. 5 levels across the board. I mean, how incredible is that? Okay. Telling you, bleed is the way to go. I love my hook claws. They are amazing. Alright, so this is probably the way out, so we'll mark that. Did I just lose my marker? I sure did. Alright, so now we have this over here. Now, I think we came in through here. Let me just double check. If I look to the right and there's kind of like a rampart window. Yep, okay, good. I know exactly where I'm at. So that was the sealed door, the golden sealed door we saw. This is just the boss arena, very well. And then this up here is the staircase. That's probably going to... Like, usually we see starlight shards in those basins. But I'm not sure what to expect here, because this is a very large one, the biggest one we've seen yet. So, not entirely sure what to expect. I don't think there's going to be any enemies, though, but... Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. A whole lot of nothing, as they say. A whole lot of nothing. Okay. So let's go to that crystal area then that we had just marked with our marker. I can't call Torrent yet either. So let's just make our way through here instead. We got some glintstone fireflies here. We're at the Three Sisters location. Creepy. Now, there's all of these towers and stuff we can search. I bet each of these is a sister, right? 1, 2, and 3. Now, I'm just guessing that each of the sisters is in a tower. What about this little guy right here, right? I say we search the right side first. I feel like it's leading us to the left. And I always like to go off the beaten path. There's a giant thing over there. Oh my gosh, it's a dragon. Okay. Lovely. Now we can use Torrent. Finally. Alright, so where do we go next? Turtles! I haven't killed a turtle in a long time. That'll help ease the stress. Oh, yes, that felt good. Okay, good. An easy enemy for once. What are you doing here? How are you guys invisible? What? I don't want any more invisible enemies, so y'all don't do that, please. Alright, we're gonna keep working our way around this this area here. Gonna keep an eye on the main path. There's typically some pretty cool items there. There's some crystal bud off and the trees, the wooded area over here. Nothing special here. Okay, I just like to check and see. Now we can go back to the main path. Bunch of wolves here. Oh, where'd you come from, my friend? There's 4 of you guys? I swear they're invisible. Did not see him. Looks like some gold-tinged excrement there. I think that's a cerulean tear scarab, so it's just going to replenish our cerulean flask, which we really don't need, but that's okay. We'll run anyway, just in case. Oh, come on. Nice, we got the frozen armament. Never mind. I will never doubt the scarab color again. I thought the white scarabs were the ashes of war. Apparently, maybe the blue ones are sorceries? I don't know. It's interesting. Kill these guys. Gonna have to kill you again, aren't I? Alright. Stay down. We got frozen armament. Let's go ahead and check that out. The frozen armament seems to be a sorcery, actually. Let's see. Maybe not. Excuse me. Enchants right hand armament with frost. A sorcery said to have been used by the old Snow Witch. Enchants armament held in the right hand with frost. The sorcery can be cast while in motion. The snowy crone taught the young Ranni to fear the dark moon as she imparted her cold sorcery. That's really cool. And we do have the knowledge to be able to use that. So, frost is now something that's in our repertoire. We can use that. And one thing I would like to see too is the sorcery that I have equipped. Okay. I probably am going to get rid of that gravity one. It seemed cool in theory, but I am probably going to get rid of that for now, and we'll keep it, maybe the magic armament and then the frost armament as well. So we can kind of, I don't know, spice it up a bit. I'll go ahead and flask up just so we can be safe, and then I am going to switch to my my safety loadout here, a shield and my rapier. We know there are dragons nearby, so let's just be very mindful of that as well. We'll go and face off with them before long, but I didn't want to go off this pathway first because it definitely seemed like it was not the intended path. So I always want to explore those if possible. So if you see here, we just left the Royal Moon-Gazing Grounds after defeating the Royal Knight Loretta, and then we got to an area called the Three Sisters. I do imagine each of these towers is probably where one of the sisters is at. So instead, we went behind CARIAN Manor so we can search and see what else we got here. Because this seems to me to be, I don't know, make a little bit more sense. So let's check all that out. The Grand Lift of Decadus. You know, the funny thing is I am going to actually put this there because I feel like we need to be able to find the other half of that medallion. And before I forget, I just wanted to mark it. So anyways, let's go ahead and continue searching and exploring this area. Again, this is like my first playthrough, just being as thorough as possible. My goal is to find 99% of everything I can. That's always in my head, the number. I say, okay, it's not going to be a 100% guide, but it'll be damn close. Because I am very thorough, and I do like to try different experiments and all that stuff. And usually we can figure out all the puzzles and things like that. Once I look up the word erudition, that'll be the key to help us solve that other puzzle at that church. Because now we have the emote, or the gesture, so I'm just so confused as to why I wasn't able to get that to work. But we'll figure that out. Alright, we got some golden runes. We're definitely in like a cemetery type area, so there's going to be a bunch of these enemies. Just we'll go ahead and kill them so that they don't respawn though. These are much more powerful than the other ones though. Alright, we'll go ahead and attack their remains so they don't get back up. Swing and a miss from the our skeleton friend there. Go ahead and grab the root resin, finish off the remains. We got our flasks back. That's fantastic. I'm gonna pick up some of this, these grave violets here, and the gloveworts. Ghost and grave gloveworts both enhance your ashes, so you can level up your ashes with the spirit tuner, Roderico. Grave gloveworts help reduce or increase the power of your regular ashes, while ghost gloveworts increase the legendary ashes. So typically legendary ashes are like the named ones. Alright. Root resin. There's bound to be something over here. They're guarding something. They wouldn't just be here for nothing. Go ahead and get a backstab, replenish some of our health while we're at it. Take care of this guy as well. And get a repost. Top off our health and finish off the remains. Easy peasy. Alright. Just searching around to see what it is they're guarding. There's clearly something over here. I don't know what yet, but they can't be guarding all the root resin. We can get a better vantage point. Okay, there is an item there. There's some Albinaric dudes there as well. Okay, so we're trying to make it to point 4. That's right, Waypoint 4. Alright. Had to get my bearings. These guys have the chainmail on, so they can have a little bit more health, but we are pretty strong right now, so I feel we're appropriately leveled for this area. We have the Albinaric Ashes. We'll take a look at those in just a moment. See what this guy has to say. Oh, what? A juvenile scholar cap. What the heck was that? Juvenile scholar robe and a larval tier. He was pointing over here, which is, let's see. Who knows? I can't really tell. Maybe a church. It could be the academy. Hard to say. But in this area right here where my beacon's at, just south of behind CARIAN Manor, site of grace, you can find a few things. The Albinaric Ashes and the juvenile gear. Let's go ahead and take a look at all that. First things first, we can take a look at the Juvenile Scholar Cap. This is a cap worn by young Academy scholars. The juveniles birthed anew by the amber egg of Queen Ranala, the head of Re Lucaria Academy. Yet their rebirth is not without imperfections, and thus do they repeat the process, eventually becoming utterly dependent upon it. Rebirth is as sleep to them, and with each awakening, memory fades into oblivion. That is insane. So that was one of those, the juveniles must have been the enemy NPCs that were surrounding Ranala whenever we were facing off with her. That is crazy. Okay. Now, it doesn't seem to do much, but we can take a look at the robes as well. Yeah, that's exactly what they were wearing. How cool is that? Maybe they were facing towards and pointing towards the academy, right? That would make sense. Now we can take a look at the ashes that we obtained as well. These ashes are not ashes of war, but the actual ashes you can summon. And these were the Albinarics, which are right up here. Albinaric Ashes summons 2 Albinaric spirits. Ashen remains in which spirits yet dwell. Used to summon the spirits of 2 Albinarics. A strapping duo of cartwheeling spirits who wield ripple swords and spew freezing breath. Both are 2nd generation Albinarics with dumpy heads that resemble those of frogs. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Now, I haven't used ashes in quite some time now that I've kind of rounded out my build, and I feel like it's much more, I don't know, complete. But it's definitely an option. I mean, ashes are definitely a way to go. I think they're good for pulling aggro and stuff like that for sure. 2nd gen Albinarics, huh? Alright, we're going to keep making our way around this cemetery area, grabbing all the loot we can, and of course, that might be a blood rose or arteria leaf, right? Yeah, those are kind of exceedingly rare, as they say, even though they say that about everything in this game. Golden runes, pick up the glovewort as well. And let's see, are these wolves? Yes, yes they are. Oh gosh, we got a red wolf ratigan over there. Miniature version. Oh gosh. Here's what we're gonna do. Oh, he's for real. Okay. Okay, sir. Damn you. Okay, that was bad on my part. Okay. I'm panicking because I remember fighting you and you were annoying. But you're not a boss, so what am I thinking, right? Oh, direct hit, sir. Good job. Those shouldn't miss me. Very nice. We're going to run in. Gonna try and punish again. I don't want to aggro the other wolves. That's my only thing. Nice try. If I can inflict bleed, you're dead, sir. But, need to dodge these first. Oh my gosh, you came out of nowhere. Nice. And you're dead. Okay, that's baby red wolf of Ratigan. Not too bad, but what was it guarding, right? That's the question. What were you guarding? Let's go ahead and switch to our safety zone here, our safety equipment loadout, just so we can just minimize any damage, grab some root resin, take out the rest of these wolves. Don't want to take any unnecessary damage. I think we have 5 flasks, so we have 6 now, so we'll go ahead and flask up, get our full health back, and we'll take down these wolves. Now I do want to see if there are any other items around here. I don't see anything, so there's definitely going to be an Evergoal over there. That's what that is. I don't know what those creatures are, but they're like magnetic stones, and they definitely like want to gravitate towards those areas. So we'll be facing off with another boss here soon. Let's go ahead and take out this white wolf here. Completely missed me. So that actually threw off my guard counter. Hi, friends. Missed. Really? Okay. Why are you harder than your boss? Golden Rune 3, we'll go ahead and flask up because why not? Get some thin beast bones for our troubles. Now what was they guard? Because I have no clue. What were they guarding? Gosh, speech is hard sometimes. We got some Michaela's lilies. Maybe they were guarding these. These are apparently really rare. Exceedingly rare, if you will. But I don't know. I don't know how important they are. I haven't used them yet, and I'm not much of a crafter. I do love the fact that you can craft. That makes it so awesome, actually, because it really adds a few layers of, I don't know, just in general, like, layers of immersion, I would say. Because, you know, you can go off the beaten path, and then you can find some special plants or lilies, and you're like, okay, these are items I can use to craft later on. So, I don't know, it all kind of comes together really nicely. There's an item down there, okay. Definitely something down there. Let's see, we've seen that before. And we can safely drop down there as well, but I don't want to do that yet until we defeat the Evergoal. So let's defeat the Evergoal first. We'll drop down to that area, we'll teleport back here, and then search the rest of the Three Sisters area, and we'll be making some great progress. We can use Torrent, so let's call our friend here, our trusty steed. It's either it's a goat and a horse, so it's a gorse or a hote. I'll let you decide. Alright, so we're good there. You know... Okay, that tower is nothing. Okay, I was gonna say, is there a way to jump up on that? Because I would definitely give it a shot. But no, it didn't look like it. Alright, to the Evergoal we go. And let's go ahead and defeat this boss, right? I'm just doing a quick skim of the area, quick scan anyways, to make sure we don't miss anything else. We got some root resin. Stuff's like really hard to find. I'd say it's more exceedingly rare than the damn lilies. I need to find a good space, a good place to actually farm it. Bunch of these little rune charged skulls there. Crystalline redeemed hydrate. I shall hydrate. Let me get to my stopping point here, right here up on this where the Evergoal's at. I will hydrate. I'm gonna drink some tea again before it gets too cold. Yeah, but thank you for that hydrate. I forgot. It's easy to forget to hydrate. Alright. Here goes. Now, normally I'm very aggressive, so we're just going to go in with my normal strategy. The Royal Grave Evergoal. Let's enter it and kill whoever's there. These Evergoals are awesome. They're like 1v1 challenges against bosses. I love it. Alabaster Lord. Oh, gosh. Okay. I got knocked to the ground. Oh, gosh. Okay. He's a little stronger than his counterparts. He missed. They have similar attacks, but he's got all kinds of different projectiles. Typically, they rely on just the one. Okay. Gonna go ahead and slash from here. I'm gonna get hit in the face. A little dodge away from that. There you go. He's throwing like comets at us. Got the bleed to proc twice, and we took him out first try. Goodbye, Alabaster Lord. What did you give us? The meteorite. So Alabaster Lord gave us the meteorite. Let's go ahead and check that out as soon as we can. Very nice indeed. Alright, so the it's probably just a sorcery, right? Let's go ahead and check out our sorceries and see if it's there. It's purple, so there's not too many purple ones we have. We have 30 intelligence. That's not what we need. One of the glintstone sorceries that manipulates gravitational forces summons a void that emits a rain of small meteorites. Hold to continue the effect. This sorcery originates from the Onyx Lords, who had skin of stone and were called lords in reverential fear of their destructive power. So the Alabaster Lords, or the Alabaster Lord, was probably one of the Onyx Lords. So I thought they were elves. Like, they seem like elves to me. Like, I forget what those dark-skinned elves are called. Like in the Legend of Drizzt and all them, the Forgotten Realms series. Oh, the Drow. They're called Drow, and those are dark elves. And they usually have dark skin, and they live underground, and they have access to all kinds of different sorceries. Very reminiscent of those, except these Alabaster Lords or whatever, they look kind of way different. Like they're almost alien in nature. Okay, cool. So that was awesome. If you guys are looking for the meteor sorcery, you can get it from this Royal Grave Evergoal here. It's on the northern side of the Liurnia of the Lakes area, north of the Academy. If you make it through to the manor, you will eventually find your way to the Royal Moongazing Grounds, defeat the Royal Knight Loretta, and then you'll make it to the Three Sisters area. Instead of going the intended path, if you do circle around the manor, you can get to the behind CARIAN Manor site of grace, and then there'll be an Evergoal right here you can interact with, and that's where you get the comet. Now, this seems to be a path, probably a natural bridge that will allow us to cross over here, which is fine, but there is also seemingly another item down here, those footprints that we saw from earlier. So let's see what's down here, and then we'll go ahead and search the rest. So we'll go ahead and put a marker here. That'll be marker number 4. That's where we're going next. That is awesome. So far, making great progress. It's been an excellent stream. We'll go ahead and avoid these doggos. Oh, they're dead. Never mind. They're fine. Are they dead? No, it looks like they're sleeping. I think everything may have respawned or pretty much got reset because we left the area and it loaded it back in. So I was gonna say I thought there were some tombstones here. Okay, here they are. You know what? I'm not gonna use my my Hote right now because he moves really fast and he's really easy to control, but I don't want to accidentally fall off and die, so we'll use him down here. Alright, now we can use Torrent. See, what the heck? Last time I tried to hit this and it didn't work. I have a feeling a giant crab's gonna come out, right? Is that what's gonna happen as well? This one does like a figure 8. That's fun. Okay. Okay, you're right here. I'm gonna try and hit it again. Last time I was unable to do so. We saw these footprints and I tried hitting it. Nothing happened. I don't know if you have to follow around on your Hote or your Gorse or what. Ah! He's doing a figure 8, so I don't see it. Okay, here he's coming. He's coming. Got it! Oh my gosh, that was a huge one. The Ash of War, Hoarfrost Stomp. That's a Teardrop Scarab. Hoarfrost Stomp. Okay, so first off, what just happened? That scared the crap out of me. I didn't actually think I was going to hit anything. When I felt that contact, it freaked me out. Hoarfrost Stomp is the Ash of War we just obtained. A stomp hard to spread a trail of freezing mist on the ground. The mist applies the frost status effect. Usable on all melee armaments. Nice. Okay, so if you guys are looking for the Hoarfrost Stomp, it is actually right here, located in this area here. I'm actually removing this marker, so it's actually in the lake itself. So inside of the lake, you'll see an invisible set of footprints circling around, and if you hit the footprints, you'll kill this giant Teardrop Scarab that gives you the Hoarfrost Stomp Ash of War ability. So be sure to check that out. I'm going to search what's on this side as well, so we'll go ahead and just put a marker there. That'll be marker number 4. Circle back around and see what all we can find. But we'll circle here, or we'll search here first, and then we're going to end up fast traveling back to the Royal Moon Grazing Grounds area so that we can search the rest of the Three Sisters map. So very cool. Very cool indeed. That is awesome. So now we know what to do with those invisible ones. You just hit. Oh my gosh, there's one on the beach too, over in Limgrave on the western coast. So we can go search that too. That's definitely what we'll do. Got some cleanup to do, guys. Now we're finding out more things, learning more of the mechanics. Maybe I just used the wrong weapon, and I did remember slashing like in a weird angle because it was the rapier that I was using. So maybe that's what happened. All right, very cool though, nonetheless. Just checking, seeing there's some crystal bud over there. Very cool. Not much else, though. I think that was probably the extent of the secrets in this area. The fact that you have to drop down there anyways kind of helps you see that. Okay, so nothing more there. Just get some more of this gold-tinged excrement. See if we can circle back in here. Probably not. We can't actually get back in, so let me see if we can go this side. And if we can't, that's fine. What is this guy doing? Where's the rest of your crew? These guys are crazy, okay. He has a golden sword? What are you doing? Okay. Got the row of fruit for that. That should be the main entrance, and hopefully we don't get shot by those that magic anymore. Let's see what this lore stone has to say. The resting place of the contemptible Kukos, lost in the siege of CARIAN Manor. Very cool. Well, at least we kind of went full circle. I love that. So we'll go ahead and mark that. We're going to teleport back to the Royal Moon Grazing Grounds, and we're going to search the rest of these areas over here then. It's fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, so now we got that. Okay, so we're going to go here first. Tower number 1. Oh, I can't use Torrent here. Sorry about that. I'll summon you in just a few. Don't you worry, my trusty steed. Alright, there's a giant... Oh, not a giant dragon, just a dragon over there. We can definitely kill it. We've killed many dragons already. I say many. Many dragons. We've killed 2. But I've become exceedingly efficient at doing so. And even if I die, I will win because I have a strategy. So don't you worry. These guys are not going to be a problem anymore. And the more dragon hearts we get, I think the more powerful we can become with our draconic abilities. So really looking forward to visiting the Dragon Communion Church again as well to see what new abilities we can obtain. Blocked shut for now. That's Renna's rise. Okay, that's good to know. But why? Why are you locked shut? Renna's rise. Wasn't Ranni the name of the girl that gave us the spirit calling bell? They all have very similar names, so I'm a little confused. There's Renala, and then there's, I think, Renna, and she introduced herself as such. Come here, dear. Gotcha, baby. But anyway, he didn't give me anything. I thought that that her name was Renna. So maybe she's one of these 3 sisters, right? Alright, so I don't know how to get in there. It didn't say there was a puzzle either, so... Alright, we got tower number 2. I did not mean to summon my gorse. Okay, what's in here? A bunch of crystals, okay. We've got another fort here. I think that's where I came from, actually. And then we've got Torrent's head right there. Where's that dragon at? I know he's skulking about. There he is. That looks good. Okay. We got a nice little dragon. I bet if we kill the dragon, that'll release the spell, right? What do you say? I think that is probably the case. Alright, we can kill him. Just gotta be very careful. And then we'll search around a little more. I don't like a dragon kind of skulking about while I'm trying to, save a princess. Here goes. Dragon Agil 2.0. 3.0 actually. Glintstone Dragon Agila. Where you at, bro? Okay. He's way the hell over there. We might take some damage here because we're at a terrible angle. Oh, that looks beautiful. Oh, gosh. No, that hurts. I need you to fly in a place that's not air. Yeah. It's really difficult. The terrain makes this more difficult than anything. Move away, little squirrel dudes. Part of the tree. In the tree, part of the tree. No! Alright. The only difficult part here again is the terrain, I'm telling you. It's not a difficult enemy to face off with. Got the iframes there, very nice. Please don't fly away. He's flying away. Alright, he's gonna try and breathe some fire, but we're very far away. I doubt he can reach us. Okay, no, he can. Yeah, oh my gosh. Actually, he can reach us. Where the hell did he go? Alright, we'll go back to this dragon here. He had like his own life bar and everything. There he is. Glintstone Dragon Agila. He's got a sword! Oh my gosh. Okay. How'd he do that? That's a new one, you jerk. Alright, we gotta come in pretty aggressively here. Gonna fly away again. He's doing a stomp. Alright, where the hell did he go? Oh, he can teleport. That's what he's doing. Okay. He's not just flying, he's teleporting. I have no clue where he went, though. I'm searching for him, but I don't see him anywhere. I would have loved to have killed him, but damn. I think he may have just flown away. That could have been a scripted event as well, where you don't kill him all the way and you have to finish him off later. I'm not entirely sure, but that's what it seems like. He just completely disappeared, so. Let's go to these other towers then in that case. Let me see, I don't see him anywhere. Glintstone Dragon. Let me just write that down as a marker here. Yeah, that was insane. I guess that was just for, like, just to say, hey, this is what you have to be ready for. But that wasn't so bad. I was actually prepared to kill him. The terrain made it very difficult, though, to get to him. And he knew that. He used it to his advantage. Thank you, Wolf, for tackling me. Got some thin beast bones and lumps of flesh. We're now at Ranni's Rise. Go ahead and grab these glintstone fireflies on the way up. Now, typically these ruins would have some sort of cellar. So I am kind of searching for one to see if there's one present in this area. If not, that's fine, but we'll go inside in just a moment. Yeah, that dragon's as good as gone. Yep, no items this time. Alright, let's see what's inside. Maybe another site of grace or something, I'm sure. To save our progress. Yep. We got a site of grace here, which is going to be in Ranni's Rise. We came from here. I don't mind resetting, because if that actually brings the dragon back, I would not be sad about that at all, or mad. I'd be really happy, actually, because I want to kill it and get its dragon heart. I wonder if that was just the one shot we had to inflict enough damage, but he was flying around way too much for me to do anything too significant to him. He had some pretty neat attacks, though. Alright, let's go ahead and take this lift up. We're in Ranni's Rise. Oh, okay. There's a wolf over there. Yeah, the dragon's gone. He is nowhere to be seen. Trying to see if it's beneficial for us to drop off on these rooftops. As you've seen before, dropping off on rooftops does pay off quite a bit. But I don't think this time. Oh, nice.
Oh, again we cross paths. I believe I said my name was Renna when last we met. It pleaseth me to see Torrent hale and hearty, but tarnished. What business hast thou here? I have no memory of inking thee an invitation.
You must be Ranni the Witch, behind the Knight of the Black Knives.
I see. Quite the sleuth, aren't we? Indeed,
I am the witch Ranni. I stole a fragment of the Rune of Death and used it to forge the god-slaying black knives through fearsome rite. I did it all. But sadly for thee, the curse mark thou seekest is not to be found here. I have slain the body I was born into and cast it away. And it is upon that flesh the curse mark is carved.
That is insane. She has 4 hands, 2 faces.
And why should I reveal that to thee? I performed the act not to bury the past, nor in shame of the deed. But all the same, thy begging compels me not a jot. The curse mark thou seekest is not here. That is all I will say. Now, be gone. The curse mark thou now.
So she is not pleased. She just said, hey, it's not here. Bye. That makes no sense. Maybe I have to go talk to Sorcerer Roger. But before we do that and retreat back to that area, we can definitely search around and see what other secrets this place may hold. But that's Ranni's Rise. Renna's Rise. We'll go over here next. And then once we search these areas, we'll go ahead and return back to the Round Table Hold and see if we can get a little bit more information from Sorcerer Roger. We'll tell him that, hey, we spoke with your little friend here, and she seems to think we're dumb. Yeah, she was not impressed. Typically, you know, like if you slay a dragon or whatever, they're like, oh man, you're pretty strong. Let's tell you all these secrets. Not the case with Ranni. I'm not sure what to do to progress her questline, but we will find out. Alright, Torrent. Let's do our thing. She was happy that we took good care of Torrent, though. I'm going to check and see that this is not an illusory floor. It looks odd to me. I doubt it, but just in case, right? Alright, I need to go to a different waypoint, but apparently something's attacking me. I need to go to waypoint 3. Also searching around to see if there's anything. I know I am going opposite of the waypoint, but haha, hold on. I heard twinkling. We got the Ash of War Chilling Mist. So you have to use your audio cues here as well. So Chilling Mist, we'll go ahead and take a look at that and see what that is. That is an Ash of War. Chilling Mist. Coats armament in frost and then slash, spreading frigid mist forwards. The armament retains its frost for a while. Usable on melee armament such as whips, fists, and claws. Oh no, I'm sorry. Whips, fists, and claws are accepted, so you cannot have them for that. But if you are looking for the Ash of War Chilling Mist, that is right here just south of Renna's Rise in the ruins. If you hear twinkling, you'll see a teardrop scarab there. Just make sure to destroy it before you do, before it gets away actually. If it does, you can just respawn here, and it'll come right back. But it's right in this area right here. So if you hear that twinkling, that definitely means that there is an item nearby. So always explore that sound. Now obviously jumping on Torrent will also make that same twinkling or glistening type sound. So be careful not to confuse the two. Because I do it all the time. I'm always thinking like, what is that? What is that? It's nothing. Alright, so we've already tried going here. It's still blocked off. That is super disappointing. Let me just make sure it doesn't give us any additional information. Block shut for now. See, that gives me hope. For now. That means maybe we have a chance. So these ruins don't seem to have a cellar, which is fine. I think they have plenty of their own unique stuff to get us through here. There's a summoning pool I'll go ahead and activate. I know it makes no sense considering I'm playing offline, but you know what? I do these things because I must. I'm compelled to do them. Alright, so let's go over to this waypoint now. Waypoint number 3. I just had to double check because I kind of got distracted, as you know. This This one is also going to be blocked off. Dang it. This is Seluvis's rise. Interesting. So there's a few things that I think need to all tie together that I don't understand just yet, but I guess the more we explore, the more we can find out. So nothing back here. There's some herba, which I'll gladly take. Let's see if there's another alternate pathway up. I really doubt it, but that would be nice. Be a little too easy though, right? Okay. Okay, maybe I was mistaken. There might be a path. Oh my gosh, we got the Black Wolf mask. That looks awesome. Let's go to our equipment, see what this has to say. A mask fashioned after the head of a black wolf. Relic of an assassin who assumed the guise of Ranni the Witch's loyal shadow. The likeness is striking. Hold on a second, is that Blade? A mask fashioned after the head of a black wolf. It's gotta be the one. A relic of an assassin who assumed the guise of Ranni the Witch's loyal shadow. Maybe her loyal shadow is Blade, right? We definitely have to try it on. Look at that. We are all werewolfed out right now. That is insane. That looks so good. Well, if you guys are looking for the Black Wolf mask, it can be found on this ledge. You do have to work your way up on Seluvis's Rise. So Seluvis's Rise is near the CARIAN Manor. Once you make your way through it, you'll face off with the Royal Moon Grazing Grounds, and then you have access to the Three Sisters area. Renna's Rise doesn't have much of anything right now. It's blocked off. Ranni's Rise over here to the southwest, and then due south, you'll see Seluvis's Rise. All you have to do is make your way around this, kind of this, I guess, a broken wall over here, and if you go all the way around, you'll see a corpse holding a purple item, and it is the Black Wolf mask. Looks very similar to someone that we've seen before, so I am really intrigued to see if that may be Blade. But what we're going to do next is I'm going to see if I can double jump here. Maybe Blade is Renna's assassin, right? Maybe Blade is like her shadow, as it said. This is blocked shut for now, so I think even if we make our way up, it still may be blocked off to us. Yep. That is unfortunate. We got so close. I felt like we had something there. And I was literally just teasing when I was like, oh, maybe there's going to be an alternate path. Could have died there. Alright, so let's see if any of the other, I guess, towers have a similar structure around them. So obviously, Ranni's Rise, we could easily climb up. It wasn't a big deal, but if we go back to Renna's Rise, that's how she first introduced us, maybe that will be the way. Again, nothing over here. I was just checking. Just checking, just trying to be thorough. Oh, there you go. Need to get off my gorse, though. Off, I say. Now, what might this be? This is going to take us to the top of the manor lower level, so maybe there's some secrets up here as well. I'm telling you, there are secrets everywhere as long as you're willing to search for them. So we're now on top of this little tower here. Maybe we can drop down and see. Whoa, okay, no, you're not. Yeah, we can. Drop down and see what's below. Another piece of scaffolding over here. like we're safe. I think I may have actually been up here. Maybe not. No, I don't think we have. This is definitely a different area. So, we're in the CARIAN Manor again, though, but I don't believe we've been in this particular area just yet. I don't remember seeing those enemies. So let's search around really quickly while we're here. Look to see if there's any secrets around. We're going to come up the stairs before we go down the ladder. See if we can go on top of the roof. Like I said, in this game, exploring the roof is always a good thing. Rooftop exploration is encouraged. We got the old Fang times 5, and then I would be curious to see if we could drop down from here, and yes we can. We could drop down from there, but instead we're going to go down the ladder and explore whatever's down there. If that area ends, then we can actually come back up and jump down off the roof zone. So let's go ahead and descend, make sure we don't get attacked or ambushed. Is that a dude? I can't lock on to anybody, so that's interesting. We got the spell-proof dried liver, so we did make it to the second level. I can't lock on to these guys. Maybe they're good? Oh, nice. I can talk to him. Okay, good. I will not attack them then. But I was gonna. Alright, let's talk to this dude real quick and see what's up.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
you. Sorry, Your Worship. I apologize for any offense given. I am Pidia, servant to the CARIAN royal family. I am charged with maintaining these ghastly dolls.
Ghastly dolls, huh? Oh, wow. That's what they are. They're dolls.
Your Worship, allow me to be of use. Other than the puppets, there are some very fine things up here in this storeroom. Why not pick something out before you go? But please, can you offer poor ill-starred Pidia a little something by way of compensation?
Let's see. Ooh, wow. Pidia has all sorts of things. We got budding horns, old fangs, slumbering eggs, a ritual pot, celestial dew, all kinds of good stuff. Glintstone craftsman cookbook, CARIAN retaliation, a ripple blade, and the black leather shield. This looks great. Very interesting. Let's get some of the stuff that we know is quite unique. Larval tier. I can pick up the these as well. Let's see, I can't sell anything to them, but instead I can use the runes that I have in my possession here. Just pop as many as we need here. It's 12,000. Nobody will be complaining about that. Go ahead and purchase the Glintstone Craftsman Cookbook version 7. Buy all these items that are seemingly unique, and we should be good to go. Very cool. So let's take a look at some of the things that we got. We did find Pidia in his little storeroom, so that is awesome. First things first, though, we did grab a few weapons and some ashes of war as well. Let's see. Which one was it? It was CARIAN Retaliation. Swing the shield to dispel incoming sorceries and incantations, transforming the magic into retaliatory glint blades. Can also be used in the same way as a regular parry. Nice, so you can block incoming sorceries and incantations, actually. That's really neat. I need to figure out what I want to do with my shield, because I think at this point I have one of these abilities, right? I may or may not, actually, as a matter of fact. And then we also grabbed the melee armaments here. It was the Ripple Blade, the same weapon used for the 2nd generation Albinarics. Unique weapon wielded by young Albinarics. This sword is modeled after the ripples that are thought to be the origin of their species. Its attack power is greatly enhanced with one's arcane attribute. Nice. So it actually scales with arcane. And it requires a bit of arcane for you to use as well. Okay, cool. And then other than that, I think we just got the cookbooks and stuff, so we can take a look at that as well. So we got the Glintstone Craftsman cookbook. I think it's plus 7 or 6. It's 7. So we've got the Cold Bone Arrow Fletched, and the Cold Bone Boat. Very cool indeed. So that is another NPC just right over here. I'm going to mark him here as an NPC. That way we know. We can always return to him if needed. I'm actually going to go back up instead. We're not going to drop down just yet. I don't see a ladder that I could knock down anyways, either to have me continuously come back and forth. Let me see. Actually, I'll check something out real quick. We'll see if there's a thing that says like kick down ladder anywhere. If not, that's fine, because we know how to get there from the Three Sisters plateau. Yeah, there's nothing of the sort, so no worries. We'll just come back up instead. I wish you could jump and grab the ladder. That would be so nice. But so far, we haven't been so fortunate to do that. That's not a mechanic that's actually available to us. Alright, now we can jump up here. And we will be dropping down on this little... I guess I don't know what it is. The rampart, I guess. We got some more platforming to do over there. Very good. I love it. This is just so good. It's so rewarding. Everywhere I go, there's something. And I'm really curious, so I find a lot of these things. More often than not. Okay, so there's nothing over here, so we do need to drop down on that little scaffolding area then. That glowing blue light is just to tease us, I suppose. Nothing actually there. I wish Ranni or Renna wasn't so damn rude. I definitely was trying to befriend her, but doesn't look like she's interested. So we got some slumbering eggs for free. We could have purchased them from Pydia, but that would have been, you know, only 2 that he had in his possession, and I don't really need them. Again, I'm not a big crafter. Looks like we got a crab there guarding a purple item. You know, I'm going to try and use sorceries on him, just to take him out from afar. Really no need to face off with him from here. The beautiful thing is that he can actually reach us somehow. Got a stone sword key that he was guarding. He's over here knocking down trees and such. I wanted to make sure I kill him just in case he drops something special, but it doesn't look like he will. Probably just crab eggs. And now we're back outside the entrance. I love it. We've come full circle. So now what we need to do is go speak with, let's see, Sorcerer Rogier. Ranni was in there. So, okay, cool. Who the hell is this? E.G.? I'm getting all my dudes mixed up, you know? Okay, so now let's go to Round Table Hold. And then we got a few cleanup things to do before we end the stream, so far so good, guys. I really like it. Alright. That dude's still angry for no reason. We'll see what all we can purchase. Oh, these are always good, yeah. These are 5,000, huh? It doesn't even say if they're reusable or not. I would like to know. Tops didn't have anything good. D didn't have anything that we need. Patches, let's see, what did he have? Just a bunch of scammery stuff. Let's see, briefly binds Margit. Do I have any other bell bearings? Okay, no. I'm gonna do something here. Go ahead and use some of these runes. Alright. I think it'll be in this one right here. Let's see. I'm looking for, yes, Margit's Shackle. This is reusable, so I'd really like to see what exactly it is. Go back to the regular store here and see if there's anything else. Excuse me. I'm dying over here. Allergies. Okay. So we'll have to buy these items next time. Alright. That dude's still pissed. We're just going to leave him to his own devices. We'll come over here. I want to check back on where Thea used to be. But we need to check on Sorcerer Rogier first.
Always good to see. So,
Ranni casts off her curse mark.
I see. When Ranni shed her flesh, she shed the curse mark too. You know, not everyone would trust such a tale. But if she in her current form is nothing more than the living doll you profess, then perhaps it's true after all. Forgive the bluntness of the notion, but how would you like to become one of Ranni's vassals? Only in order to get what we want, of course. The location of the body which bore the curse mark, which right now I haven't the faintest. And the best way to find out is for you to enter her service and take a poke around on the sly. I know you've got what it takes. Not only are you a superb fighter, but people want to trust you. I've seen it. Can you become Ranni's vassal to advance our agenda? While in her service, you'll be able to take a poke around on the sly and determine the location of her original body that bears the curse mark. I realize that I'm asking you to put yourself in grave danger, but I know you've got what it takes. Quite possibly the only one, in fact.
Okay. I honestly have no clue what to do though, but it seems like we have progressed the questline a bit. Maybe now I can say, hey, look, I want to be one of your vassals. And that'll help me gain her trust. But again, I'm not entirely sure if that's how that's going to work. Let's go to the Coastal Cove real quick and go get those other footsteps. Remember, I can't believe that that's all we had to do was hit the invisible teardrop scarab. That's so funny. Coastal Cove. How do I get out of here? I can't see anything. Okay. Once we make it outside to the coast, I'll go and search for that teardrop scarab, the invisible one. I thought it was I didn't know it was a teardrop scarab. I thought it was like a horse or something. Excuse me, I'm dying over here. My allergies are killing me. Alright, so off we go. Grab these rune fragments because why not? Don't let anything go to waste here. So all we're going to do is we're going to find the path that this invisible creature takes. And as it comes and approaches us, we're going to go ahead and whack it. So here, we'll wait till it comes back here this way. And as it comes this way, we're going to go ahead and whack it before it does anything. So it's going to go around. It's pretty much a big circle. I remember chasing this thing around repeatedly, and it was very fast. Alright, here goes. 1, 2, 3. And we got the teardrop scarab. This is the Ash of War stamp sweep. So let's take a look at that. The Ash of War stamp sweep. There it is. Brace armament and step into a low stance that prevents recoil from most enemy attacks. Follow up with a strong attack for a sweeping strike. Usable on swords, axes, and hammers. Small and medium swords accepted. Okay, very cool. So if you guys are looking for the Ashes of War stamp sweep, that is actually right here where I'm marking on my beacon. So if you go to the coastal cave, which is just the western side of Limgrave, and you make it down here, you just go all the way to the northern end, and you'll see some footprints there, and an invisible creature creating the footprints. All you gotta do is hit it. It's a teardrop scarab, and you'll get the Ashes of War stamp sweep. So there you have it. Okay. So I still don't know who Darrowil is. So I have a note there for myself. Find Darrowil is what it says. Let's see. We haven't talked to our friend Sorceress Selin in a while. Let's go ahead and give her the sorcery books. You know, one thing that I would like to do, at least on a future playthrough, is give these to Muriel instead. Since it's a turtle, it doesn't move. So the incantations and the sorcery books can all be given to that one NPC instead. Hold on, so I can give scroll. Okay, give the conspectus scroll.
Is that a scroll? Takes me back to my academy days. Very well. This is sorcery with which I'm not entirely unfamiliar. I'll be sure to incorporate it into one of your lessons. Never lose that inquisitive spirit, my apprentice.
Alright, let's see what she gave us. Star shower, that looks crazy. Fires 6 shooting stars that pursue foes. That's probably pretty powerful too. Glintstone stars. I like this one better though. This one looks way better. Glintstone comet shard. Ooh. Why do you have all these awesome sorceries? 36. Okay. Yeah, these aren't bad at all. I do need to make some cash though. Hold on. Let's do this. This. That'll give me a bunch, so that way we can... Well, actually, no, it won't. That's not even enough. I think I can possibly purchase one. So I can get the Glintstone Stars or Star Shower. Let's see. The most difficult to master of the Elivinus Conspectus sorceries. Well, yeah. I'm going to learn it then. Okay, cool. Well, don't die on me, Sorceress Selin. Even though you have 2 bodies somehow. Let's go up to the top and see if we can touch the site of grace nearby. Where is it actually? It should be down here, right? Because the Mad Pumpkinhead was down here. Yeah, there it is. I just passed it. It literally looked like a candle to me when I was walking by it. Let's go ahead and memorize some different spells. We're gonna switch these around just a bit. Ambush Shard was actually pretty cool. This one's probably not the best. I'll get rid of this as well and this one. So we're gonna do Shattering Crystals. Sucked. Okay, we're gonna do Comet would be pretty awesome actually. Okay, Meteorites and then no. Actually, nope, undo. We're doing Okay, hold on. I don't know which ones I like or don't like actually. They're all kind of cool. We'll get Loretta's Great Bow in there. We'll get the Meteorite thingy. Also gonna get the Star Shower, and then instead of a magic armament, why not Frost, right? Frost would be cool. Frozen armament, because magic, I mean, I'm dealing magic damage with my sorcery, so maybe if there's an enemy weak to Frost, I can then switch it up a bit. I like the sound of that. Okay, cool. So now, let's go outside and test out some of our sorceries. We're going to make our way up these stairs, and then we'll try some of these things out. That's beast. Oh my gosh, that's cool. Okay. There's my freaking bow right there. Dang, it's 482 damage. Now these sorceries cost a lot more. Oops. Let me go ahead and kill this thing real quick. They cost a lot more FP, but no worries. Ouch. That thing's raining down its sorceries on us too. That's kind of funny. What about Star Shower? That's not bad either. And then Frozen Armament. I'm not sure it'll like that too much. Yeah, it's not bad. I like that a lot. It's a good loadout, I'd say. We'll get some Miranda powder, because why not? Yeah, I like it. I am very pleased with that. Okay, cool. So now we've traveled there. This guy, I wonder if he's still here. Let's go to the Mistwood Ruins and see if we can speak with Blade again. He referred to Darrowil. I don't know who that is. Go ahead and put a waypoint there. Maybe he'll give us a little bit more information now. I don't know. I don't know if he's even tied to Ranni's questline or not, but I mean, at this point, I'm just curious to see if he's even going to communicate with us anymore. I could have sworn that one of those bloodhounds that gave us the dagger was Darrowell, but I could be wrong. What if I wear the mask? You know? Oh, he's not here anymore. Dang it. He is not here anymore. Okay. That's not good. Okay, that's Kenneth Height. That's Sorceress Selin. So I think we're all good for the most part there. That's like the lightning field. I don't really need that. I don't know where this was supposed to take us, but we could always check that out as well at a later time. I mean, this waypoint sends us to Ainzel Tower. The Slumbering Wolf Shack, we already spoke with Latena. Okay. Converted tower. I don't know. I'm just kind of searching around here. The 4 belfries. Those are those towers we had to actually use the imbued stone sword keys to activate. That's where Bach is. This is where an enemy. Okay, so let's go ahead and I think if I travel, it's probably gonna actually progress time a bit. I hope it doesn't, but it might. No, it's still nighttime. Excellent. So now let's go kill this thing. We marked the. I think it's a Night Rider previously, but I wasn't sure how and when they would populate, but now we know. They come out at night, which makes sense. Hence the name, Night Riders. Alright, let's go kill this dude. They probably give you whatever weapons they wield. You're probably gonna get a cool halberd here. It's massive. I don't think I'll use it, but... Alright, you fight just like the Tree Sentinel. Just as difficult, too. I don't think I can stun the horse, though, like I can with him. Let's see, he's gonna come back around the Knight's Cavalry. Missed, but just barely. He tagged us pretty good there. We'll go ahead and heal back up. We're fighting into the wee hours of the morning here. Let's see. He's stuck beyond the other side of the ruins. It's fine. Got us anyways. Go ahead and heal up. Dodge. We're going to run in and attack. We're going to run again and attack when we can. He's running away from us, though, unfortunately. Makes it kind of hard to counter. Alright, he's dead. Goodbye, Knight's Cavalry. What'd you give us? He didn't give us anything. He didn't give us anything at all. That's no fun. But at least we got him down. Let's see what Bach has to say, if anything. He may not have anything to say. Not sure if we're going to progress this questline much more, or if he just is going to always be our tailor.
This seems ready to make...
Nothing to say, okay. And what is this? This is the Lucaria Gate. It'd take us right to the north. Okay, so we've seen that already as well. Just kind of searching, making sure we haven't missed anything else. We got the 4 belfries. You know, so let's go back to the sorcerer, what's her name? Ranna? Or actually Ranni, sorry. We'll go back to Ranni real quick and see if she has anything different to say now that we've accepted, you know, Sorcerer Rogier's offer to become one of Ranni's vassals. And if that doesn't work, that's fine. We'll go check one more area. I'm going to take a quick restroom break and then we'll call it a stream. Let's go up here and see if there's anything. If you see those bars on the screen, what that is pretty much every time I load into an area, it is applying the attributes to me. So the +5 levels all across the board are being applied every time we reload into an area. So that's what you're seeing there.
The curse mark thou seekest is not here. That is all I will say now.
I wish to serve you.
Oh, is that so? Thou wouldst render me aid. Is that thy proposal? Affording thyself opportunity to grope about for the curse mark's location, no doubt. Very well. There's nothing wrong with a well-laid scheme. What's more, if my past and past wounds beckon to thee, I am curious enough to see what thy destiny portends. I'll allow it. Enter my service, and good hunting to thee. Good. Then I ask we proceed with haste. There is, in my service, a half-woven warrior by the name of Blythe. I would have thee join him in searching for the hidden treasure of Nokron, the Eternal City. I have called for Blythe to greet thee below. Take from him the particulars. Ah, and there wilt thou find Iji, my war counselor, and Salavis, preceptor in the sorcerous arts also. Heed not their peculiarities. Feel secure in gaining from them what advantage thou canst. I am sure the others will be doing just the same. Speak with the three who await thee below. Thou needst not indulge them unduly, but they too wish to appraise thy worth. It hath been a passing long time since a newcomer entered my service, after all. Speak with the thou needst not. It hath been a
Okay, so we're progressing her quest line. That's freaking awesome. Yes! I knew Sorcerer Roger would have the ins and outs of it all. Okay, cool. We'll come down here and talk to these three dudes. Let's see. Where are they? Oh, nice. They're like, oh, cool. They're all like in spirit form. Okay, so this is Iji.
Oh, so you were the one. Lady Ranni has explained everything. Again, I am Iji, the CARIAN royal family's dedicated blacksmith and Lady Ranni's war counselor. I am told that you are searching for Nokron with Blythe. I will give you whatever guidance I can, and pray for your success. My apologies for the misleading words of warning. I never imagined that an audience, let alone service to Lady Ranni, was in your fate. I, for one, should have seen it, but I did not. Do forgive me, my fellow. Let us give all that we can of ourselves, together, for Lady Ranni. Let us give all together.
Okay, cool. So maybe the rest are on each of the other towers, maybe? I don't know. But let me take a restroom break first, and then I'll be right back. Meditate on that, shall you? I have returned. Alright, cool. So, we talked to EG first. Let's go and see if the other towers are now no longer blocked off. And if that's the case, we can commune with the others. This is Blade. I thought his name was Blade, but it's like Blade.
Long time, friend. Blythe. If you've forgotten. Glad to have you in the service of Mistress Ranni. Well, getting right to business. I'm still in Limgrave. The eternal city of Nokron lies somewhere at the bottom of this land. I'm planning to go below to the well in the Mistwood. See if I can't find the road to Nokron from there. I'm going below to the well in the Mistwood. See if I can't find the road to Nokron. Don't keep me waiting, eh? I'm going below. See if I can't. Don't keep me waiting.
Okay, what? There's a well in Mistwood? I was just there. Siofra River Well. Okay, so we have to go back. I've definitely been there before. I'm gonna put this here just in case. Now he's gone, so I'll remove that marker from that area. Very interesting. That is awesome. Okay, cool. Alright, Blade. And we got this dude. Looks like Sorcerer Rogier, but it's not.
I see. You must be Ranni's new hireling. Yes, I've heard all about you. I am Celovis, preceptor in the sorcerous arts. I don't know what it is the mistress sees in a provincial tarnished like you, but since we have the misfortune of serving the same lady, I ask that you kindly try not to drag us all down with you.
Oh, he's peachy.
I reside in another tower close by. Come and pay me a visit. Should you wish to be of actual service to Mistress Ranni. If it were up to me, I wouldn't waste my time on the likes of you. But who am I to stand against the wishes of my lady? I reside. Come and pay. Should you?
Alright, what a jerk. I like him, but I like the way he speaks. He is an ass, though. Alright, let's go ahead and go to either of those two areas. I really wish I really wish I could have killed that dragon. Like, I am so mad that I wasn't able to defeat that dragon. And why can't I move past here? Why is everything walled off here? What the heck? Am I stuck? I am literally like mist veiled up. Okay. What? I'm actually stuck in here. Wow, okay. Interesting. Can't even leave out the front door, can I? In that case, let's go back up and talk to the mistress herself, see what she has to say. I've spoken to all three of the, I guess her helpers. Really curious as to why I can't leave. It's like all a mist wall all across or all around the perimeter, so I can't even get through, but that's fine. We'll go back up the tower, say that we've spoken to all three.
Allow me to forewarn thee. I shall soon enter my slumber.
Slumber.
And it will be some time before I wake. This doll's body is not without its hindrances. Still, I have high hopes for thee. I look forward to the good news when I arise. I shall soon enter my slumber, and it will be. I have high. I look.
Okay, she's not gonna go sleep. Man, it is really not. I'm sorry if you guys can hear all that yard work being done outside, but my bad. Hopefully it won't last much longer. I'm marking this for Ranni's quest. This was actually a pretty cool little encounter here. So we were able to progress it just by speaking with Sorcerer Rogier after she had denied us Okay, so it looks like the spirits have gone away now, so we should have access to the other areas. We can go over to Renna's Rise first, and then we'll circle back over to the other area, which was Seluvis's Rise, or his tower. Alright, so still no Glintstone Dragon. I really wish I could destroy that. I'm gonna have to find out if that was a one-time encounter and you had to kill him in a very short period of time, because I could have done it had I not had such difficult terrain to explore. But that's fine. It was a hard battle. Like, you know, the terrain really made it a more difficult battle than it had to be. This is actually still blocked off to us at the time. Let's see. Blocked shut for now still. Okay. So that would leave the other tower, the third tower. Let's see if there's any of those like broken walls nearby that we can climb up and maybe find another cool item. So it was true that Blade was one of the 3 helpers of Ranni. Yeah, I don't see anything there, so we'll go ahead and mark the third tower, which is Seluvis's Rise, right over here. Oops, not what I meant to do. Go this way. We're going to go back to Waypoint 1, where we can find Seluvis's Rise. And he did actually invite us, so we should have access to the tower. Maybe the whatever that seal is broken, or he just kind of dispelled it for a time, so we can go and visit with him. I'm sure he's going to sell us sorceries or things of this sort. I can only imagine. But it's okay. We can have as many NPC merchants as needed. There he is, right there. Very nice.
Well, you took me at my word. Did you not realize I was merely being polite? Oh, you provincials never cease to amaze. I suppose you're here now. Perhaps I'll give you something to do. I'd like you to find a woman called Nepheli to administer a potion. Even you can do that much, can't you?
Accept the task.
Good, good. Now I shall hand over the potion in question.
Seluvis's potion.
Find Nepheli and ensure she drinks it. I expect glad tidings, and soon. I've no time for idle chit-chat. The only thing I will hear from you is a report of your task's completion. Are we understood? Then off you trot. I have enough on my plate. I've no time for the only thing I
Typical jerk sorcerer, that's for sure. Okay, so he did give us Seluvis's potion, and Nepheli, the only one I know of is Nepheli Low, who is the warrior. So let's see, he did give us a potion here. This is a small flask received from Preceptor Seluvis containing a cloudy tonic of bluish black. Find Nepheli and ensure she drinks it. I am not sure if it's good or bad. I'd have to speak with her first to see why he's so interested in having her, or adamant about having her drink it. And maybe even speaking with the All-Knowing, but I feel like he might even have like some words about Nepheli. He doesn't seem to care about her much other than the fact that she's a good warrior. So, I don't know. I don't really trust him that much either. Those that claim to have all this knowledge and this and that are typically not the nicest folks. Alright, let's go ahead and definitely not very trustworthy. Is this a memory stone, please? Yay. As per usual, at the top of these towers, you can typically find memory stones. So now we can assign yet another sorcery, which is great news for us. We'll slide down. Yeah, I don't know if I trust you, Mr. Seluvis, if that is your real name. Alright, so we've got all that down. So they wanted us to talk with... I guess Blade wanted us to go to Mistwood. So we could definitely try that out. But there's still a few other things. Like this area here is still not done yet, in my opinion. We've got these waypoints over here. I could never really find anything over here. So let's check this out again. The village of Albinarix. I feel like I definitely missed the mark on this plateau. Like either there's access to it from another area that I just can't see, or I just completely like just don't know where it's at. I'm just missing it entirely. So I don't know what the answer is yet, but I would like to find out. The village is pretty much the way it's situated. It's all on top of like these little, I guess they're mountain tops, but they're all separated. It's almost like they're little islands, and it's hard to actually get to other islands because they're all broken off or separated by these like bridges. But not every island has a bridge that leads to it. So it's like, well, how do I get here? I see it on the map. I don't see it anywhere else though. Trying to grab me. So many enemies. See, they get a... Once they get rolling, they're pretty quick, actually, even though they crawl around their legs like that. This one was sneaking. All we got was some blood claw for that, but let me see. I'm thinking there might be like a way inside, or maybe like a way down and around. There's got to be like some sort of caverns or something, right? And Nefeli was here last. She helped us defeat the Omen Killer, I believe is what his name was. But I'm not sure if she'll come back up. See, I can't tell if that's music or if that's an NPC playing like songs for us. Oh gosh, another one of these guys. Yeah, I can't really tell. So let's go up because I think like I heard the flute louder up here. I'm looking to see if there's any NPCs as well. She's possibly on the bridge, I don't know. But they did say to find her, so she's got to be somewhere around here. This one says, the village is done for. Please, even if it's just you, old Albus, hide well and still your breath. And he was hiding. He definitely was hiding. He was disguised as a like a big jar. And we hit the jar on accident because our steed couldn't break through it. And we're like, what the heck's going on? And once we broke through, we found that it was just old Albus there. Let's see. I really doubt any of these would be illusory walls. Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense there. Okay. Let's go back up the hill then where we heard the flute. Oh, it's this dude. Yeah, the dude we don't like. Wonder if he'll notice us. Couldn't get the backstab off. That's okay. And that explosive, combustible powder he likes to throw at us. That stuff is dangerous. He killed me. Spamming that powder for sure. I wonder what that is. I wonder if we can use it too. That guy was tough. Alright, let's see. Village of Albinarix. Here we go again. He should be just right up that way. It doesn't really help to sneak up on him. I couldn't get a backstab. Maybe I just didn't line it up correctly, so let's try that first. Nope, I didn't get it again. How much of that can you spam, good sir? All of these sorcerers are actually really expensive. I might have to actually change them out again. I like the spammy sorceries, you know? go. He's dead. What a tough enemy. Fun to fight, though, for sure. But he spams that powder like crazy. Alright, so now let's see if we can activate our lantern. See if there's any other areas nearby. Again, none of these were really accessible at all. Even in the previous run, I was trying to find illusory walls to see if I could break through. But I don't see anything like it. Now, we will be shot from the left if we're not careful by these sorcerers. So, let's just be really mindful of our footing here. Got another Erd leaf flower, nothing special there. Again, all of these doorways are either locked or just kind of boarded up, and this is where Albus's body was found. Or not his body, his actual... he was found there, actually. Let's see, that's where the Omen Killer's at, so we could work our way down there. Again, I don't think it's going to be too useful. We can try it out anyways. Going to replenish our flask here. And they did have those dog enemies that we need to be mindful of. Alright, we'll go ahead and cross this bridge. I'm not sure when Nefeli would come, into play here. She might return at a later time. There you go. Go ahead and stab a few times here. Poke, poke, poke. Glintstone Firefly, and we can kill this scarab here to replenish our cerulean. I always say cerulean, but I meant to say crimson. It's so funny because they both start with C, so I get mixed up all the time. But crimson is, of course, the red ones. They refill our health, and then cerulean is the blue ones that refill our FP. But those red tear scarabs will actually, the teardrop scarabs will replenish your red flasks, or your crimson flasks, which help refill your health. Alright, so there should be some dogs down here. Go ahead and stab them to death. There you go. There's his friend. Thought there was a third. I don't see it anymore. Okay, so nice and quiet so far. Let's see if we can work our way up here. Definitely looks like we can do some basic platforming, which is exciting. Can we keep climbing? I think so. Hold on. I might be able to get up here. Oh, yeah. Ooh, I can definitely make it up there. Okay, cool. Let's try that again. I don't know if that's intended at all, but I'm going to try it. Oh my gosh, I almost fell off. Okay. I'm going to go here. Here. Come on, baby. There you go. Jump. No. There you go. Oh, I jumped too many times there. Okay, so just jump once there. I panicked because I thought I was going to slide, but I didn't. Alright, so we're going to jump on this little branch here. Or not. And go on this branch. No. Instead, I'm going to come from the left. There it is. What the hell? Okay. Jump up here. We're gonna run it once we get some good footing. Oh my gosh, I almost made it. Okay, we're gonna try that again. This is insane. I don't even know if this is like intended, but I'm definitely doing it. Is this the intended path? Probably not. But there are so many secrets in this game, you never quite know. Okay, there's that. We'll jump back up here again. I did not mean to jump again. That's 2 jumps for the price of 1. But that'll work anyways. So now we're up on this little scaffolding here. Where to go from here? There's gotta be something over here, right? For us to be able to jump this much, this far, it's gotta be worth something. No, I fell off. Dang it. What is the purpose of that? It just seems to end right there, though. Let's see, can we climb up this tree and maybe not have to deal with all the other platforming? Probably not. There you go. I think I might actually be able to get up there without having to do all that stuff. Let's see. Yep. We already bypassed one whole area. But it doesn't seem to do anything. Yeah, we made it up here. Platforming pros. And here I thought it would lead us to something special, but okay, I guess not. I was mostly just looking for Nefeli, because they did say that she would be... I mean, they did say to give this back to her, so she might actually be at Round Table Hold, but I figured since this was the last location that we met her at, that would be where she would be. But she's not, so perhaps she's in the Round Table Hold again over by her foster father. Yep. That is all we can do here. I don't think there's any access to this building either. All these doors are pretty much locked or boarded up, just like every other door in this village. We can get on top of this roof as well, but there's literally nothing special about it. Let's see. Looks like death to me. Nope. Yeah, we're pretty much stuck here. Okay, that's fine. These are the areas that we couldn't really search. That's perfectly fine, though. At least we tried. We'll come back to them at a later time once we actually figure out how to, you know, explore the rest of them, I guess. This is the erudition thing. I don't know what it means just yet. We'll have to find out exactly what that's referring to. Let's go to the ravine and head northeast. And then we'll go ahead and finish up the stream. Next stream, we will be going ahead and trying to find Blade in the Siofra area. That'd be freaking awesome. I'm going to switch to my blades here and dual wield them. Alright, we should be good to go. Let's go this way and see if there's anything up here. This is part of the ravine area that I never truly searched because we ended up going back towards the pretty much the other area of the Lyria of the lake, so we could search and see, and that's where we met Raya. That's where we found the Blackguard as well. So I didn't actually come up this way towards the ravine, so I'm curious to see if there's anything here that we may have missed. Okay, there's a way up. There's some skulls here that have runes in them. A mushroom. I got hundreds of royal fruit probably at this point. We're gonna sprint past these little squirt dudes. Oh, here you go. Hello, friend. You seem powerful. Let's fight. One hit should do the trick, if I actually connect. There you go, 100 to the head, very nice. We got the Cuckoo Knight Helm. Alright, so maybe I didn't get anything, but let's see. Where are we now? I'm still a little too close to those land squirts to be able to find out or open my map, so that's why you see me doing this. Stopping every few seconds so I can see if I can actually open up my map here. There it is, okay. There's a nomadic merchant over here. Oh no, it's not. That's not a nomadic merchant. I've actually been here before. You crazy. No! They hit hard. Alright, well that's not what we wanted. We'll go ahead and circle back around this way then. Because up over there is where we had, I think there was Hayata was over there, I think, or the Bellum Church, right? And so the nomadic merchant was just underneath that natural land bridge, so nothing special there. We killed that Knight of Cuckoo, or the Cuckoo Knight. All set. Now let's see. If we can avoid these land squirts, we're going to be just fine. They don't move very quickly at all, so we can pretty much just bypass them. Let's see. I don't know if I ever grabbed this. I don't know if I've ever been here, actually. Okay, I must have. Oh, yeah, that's right, because then I went up to this tower area. Yep, this area right here. Okay. Oh, no, I don't need an emote. Why am I doing that? And you can't even pause from it. Look at that. Get out of there. Okay. I hate doing those gestures, like, on accident. I don't even know how to do them on purpose, to be honest. Okay, there's the glint. I'm sorry, the side of grace that we had activated previously. Oh, yeah, we've been all throughout here. Okay, cool. Goodbye, little demons. Demon bats. We can reach the Altus Plateau from here as well. We're going to go ahead and rest so that it clears this up. Okay, we got... Wow, we don't have enough runes to level up just yet. That's fine. You know, I'm trying to think of what to do with these sorceries. Like, this one's awesome, but it costs a lot. So maybe I need cheaper ones, you know? Maybe I need cheaper ones, because these right here I may not even use very often. What is this right here? This is the dispelling, yeah, Top's Barrier. We got the Shattering Crystal. I'm just trying to think which ones would make the most sense, because I have a bunch of I guess slots, memory slots, so I can attune spells to. That's like 7 total. So, but I don't have a ton of FP, and this uses a bunch of FP. I can only use that like pretty much twice. Let's see how much this one's 32. So that would be like a very special situation where I'm like, okay, I need to use that now. We'll go for Scholar's Armament, that way I can buff my weapons as needed. But just in case I need a really strong range attack, I can use it. I guess that's not terrible, right? We have 7 memory slots, not bad at all. Alright, so I think that's an excellent stopping point for today's stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I certainly did. We went ahead and we found a bunch of things. We fought the Alabaster Lord, the Royal Knight Loretta, Glintstone Dragon. We found a new friend called Pydia, and we also progressed on Ranni's quest, who we formerly known as Renna. So she completely not only revealed that she had given us false information about who she was, but now we're in her service and we are working to find the lost treasure of, I don't even know what it's called, like Noctropolis or something like that. But pretty much Blade, the wolf, or the werewolf, half man, half wolf hybrid, is in her servitude, and he's actually in searching, I think it's like Necropolis or something, to see if we can find the lost treasure. Maybe Nokron or whatever. But anyways, we'll be heading through the Siofra River well to see if we can meet up with Blade. Also, I'm going to do some research and see if, and look in my playbacks and see if I have faced off with Darrowell. I thought that he was one of the Bloodhounds, but maybe not. But aside from that, guys, I had an excellent stream, and I really enjoyed you guys being here with me. Until next time, it's the Inhuman One signing out.